Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good start to the morning. I am surviving. Nah, but honestly, I hope you're all having a good start to the morning. I did not get much sleep last night, but I am happy to be here. I'm looking forward to this stream because it's the time that I finally get to just chat about all the silliness I've been holding back. Especially when it came to like Mousey's stream, when everybody was asking me about different types of anime and I was just sitting there like, hey, let's save that. I've literally got a stream for that next week. It was already planned on my schedule, so it was like, everybody's throwing me questions about anime. Not great, not great. Did you watch One Piece? Are you serious? Yes, I managed to watch the entirety of One Piece in the last 24 hours. All 12,000 episodes, 16 movies, and 5,000 manga volumes. No, I'm not going to catch up on One Piece. It's too hard. Maybe someday, but not as long as I'm at working age. Maybe that's a retirement plan right there. Maybe I'll buy all the One Piece manga, and then when I'm retired, I can actually read it. How about that? How about that? That's like the only time I'm going to be able to actually watch One Piece. Anyway, good morning, everyone. The first question I wanted to ask everyone was, what is your first anime? What was the first anime you ever watched? Can you remember it? And what is it if you can? Because for me, unintentionally, like, it was probably Zoids. I'm pretty sure I watched Zoids when I was very young, like to the point where I could hardly remember it. The first one that I 100% remember is like a combination of Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. I always did find it weird that American channels got Dragon Ball Z before Dragon Ball, but whatever, it was hype. Pokemon, Doraemon, Fullmetal Alchemist, yo. Got some younger kids here too. How to Raise a Mummy, damn. Shaman King, yo. Shaman King was really good. Shaman King had a great dub opening as well. Oh my god, I was so excited when they remade Shaman King and when they gave us like a manga adaptation. Death Note, Voltes V, Gintama, Monster. Oh my god, I haven't thought about Monster in forever. Your first ever anime was Monster? That's wild. That's such a long one. That's such a dark one. That's such an adult one. How did you... Oh, wow. I cannot imagine that being a first ever anime. Okay, I'm going to start up this thing. I can interact with you guys better. But yeah, I have very fond memories of like watching Pokemon so much when I was a kid. Doing that whole like, who's that Pokemon? And learning the Pokemon rap. Did any of you watch the dub of Pokemon and learn the Pokemon rap? And the different parts of it that they play at the end of each episode? And like all the other little insert songs that they did? They actually went ham with that show. Like I remember the Team Rocket song as well. Oh god. Yo, you got Jesse and James singing an epic song about being evil. I still haven't learned it. You don't have to anymore. Do they even still dub Pokemon? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. It's been going on for so long now, though. The iconic Pokemon opening? Yeah. If you went to, like, a convention when you were young, well, if you went to a convention, like, a long time ago, you just have to shout out, like, the start of the Pokemon song and people would just start singing along. Oh, man. That was at the same kind of time that everybody would do the whole "you just lost the game" crap and the yaoi paddles. Oh god, pain. Why do we have to remember these things? Pokemon anime is still going. I know. I was just wondering if they still dubbed it, like if it was even still worth it. But yeah, I'm sure they do. Pokemon rap of all current Pokemon would be wild. I remember, I think College Humor did that like 3 generations ago, and as it was for them, that was like absolutely destructive. I can't imagine trying to do it now. Like, I think that was before the British Pokemon, let alone the even newer Pokemon. And the Alolans, oh, that would be just a 3-hour Pokemon rap at this point, I'd imagine. Rap for us? Never. Never, ever. College Humor? I know, yeah. College Humor used to be a thing. Don't make me remember. Ah, man. No, that's what we're doing. We're doing nostalgia today. So, yeah. Pokemon I loved as a kid, then Digimon took its place for me. Like literally the only Pokemon games I ever ended up playing were Red, Blue, I think Yellow. I think that's as far as I got. I think that's as far as I got. And then Digimon completely took its place for me. And at the same time, I was watching Dragon Ball. I was one of those people who, as a kid, would do like the whole like charging a Kamehameha blast in the schoolyard. Oh, please tell me I'm not alone on that. That was like the ultimate game you could play where it's like, well, my Kamehameha is stronger. Well, I've got the Makan Seiko. That also divided the people as well, depending on how much of a weeb you were. Like, did you know the Japanese names for the attacks, or did you only know the English names for them? Did you know Special Beam Cannon? Oh, I can't even remember the Japanese name anymore. Makan Seiko? Makenza Popo. Yo, man. Yeah, I'd imagine that still divides people. It always feels weird to me when they change the names of things when they change them over to English. Special Beam Cannon. It's nice and relaxed, man. Special Beam Cannon made it easy. I only know the Chinese names. It's the same for Donghua nowadays. They keep changing things. Oh, man. But yeah, I'm going to open this up for people to join if people want to jump in. And then I will also change the topic. So yeah, Dragon Ball was another one that I fell off pretty hard on. I don't know about you guys, but it got a bit too powerful for me. I liked Dragon Ball up until the point where they could basically blow up planets without thinking about it. And then it became a bit too powerful. When you get to that kind of point where just them powering up could accidentally shatter planets, it was like, what's the point here now? So that was even before like Z ended. I feel like the Cell Game Saga. The Cell Game Saga felt like it should have been the proper ending to Dragon Ball for me, at least for Goku's story. I think I remember reading that Akira Toriyama had planned to let that be the end of it and to let Gohan take over from that point. But people had some pushback on it. It's repetitive, to be honest. Yeah, there's still things that are hype. Like I've heard the new one, the new movie, Superhero, was good. Broly was good. The fight scenes in it were really good. But yeah, it just got to the point where it was like, how is Goku gonna overcome it this time? But can they beat Goku though? Can Superman beat Goku? That is the question. But yeah, no. It just got... That happens to me a lot. That happened to me with Bleach as well. Bleach was one of the first anime that I actually watched like online, actually. And like in the original Japanese dub. The first one I watched online with Japanese dub was Fullmetal Alchemist. But yeah, Bleach definitely hit me with that power creep where it was just like, I can't keep up with this anymore. Ichigo's everything. I think I got like 5 seasons into that. I got up to like the Espada. And then I was like, I don't know about you guys. I think I'm done with this for now. It was way too much. I didn't watch much of Bleach. Yeah. I don't think like I watched much of Bleach, but I heard it got hype again. I remember like they hit you with the nostalgia when they do like remakes and everything though. Especially the fact like when they released the new trailer for the brand new Bleach series and they had the original battle theme playing. Oh, that just gets you so hyped up so quickly. And I recall at cons everyone being Bleach, One Piece, or Naruto. They were the big 3 for a reason. Shonen Jump like devastated everything at that point. I'd imagine nowadays still, One Piece is still huge. Bleach not so much anymore. You stopped at the best arc? Good. Good. It's just, there are so many shows like that where it's like, okay, this should end now. And they don't. They keep going. They just keep going. The big 3. Yeah, the big 3 controlled everything. Is there like a big 3 nowadays? I'd imagine it would be like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Chainsaw Man? Is Chainsaw Man even shonen, or does that hit seinen? I don't know anything about modern anime. Naruto should have ended long ago. I technically already ended. I mean, they've got Boruto now. Kimetsu no Yaiba, didn't that already end? Am I imagining that? Demon Slayer? Demon Slayer definitely was huge. Ah, Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen's huge too. See, I haven't watched like modern anime in ages. I watch like 1 or 2 anime series per season and that's it. I've said this before, the only one I'm watching this season currently is Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. And that's enough for me. That is enough for me. You'll have a new season. Oh, so it ended in the manga, but they're still finishing off the anime. Got ya. Anime. Why did I say that? I have to try really hard to pronounce manga properly because I used to say it manga and people used to get angry at me. But sometimes that makes me overcorrect to saying anime as anime. Detective Conan. Oh my god, that's another show that would take you forever. But yeah, I am not good at current anime. What are you guys watching this season? Anything new? Anything good? Oh man. Currently watching Licorice Recoil. I've heard that that's really good. I saw the animation for some of the fight scenes. It kind of looks like Gunslinger Girl with a budget. Like, I don't know what the storyline is actually about, but just from seeing the fight scenes, I was like, hold up. Gunslinger Girl's back, and it's powerful. JoJo? Is JoJo still airing? Wait a damn minute. I thought that that had like a little break. I thought they released like Stone Ocean, but then they just froze. Am I wrong? Because yeah, they're doing like the Netflix model now, right? Where it all just releases immediately. Maybe not. Maybe not. Made in Abyss so good. I saw the game came out as well. I was amazed by that. Made me interested. I didn't watch season 2 yet. I've only watched season 1 of Made in Abyss. The music was so good. The atmosphere was so good. It had such a creepy feeling to it. And yeah, the storyline is perfect for me. The whole exploring into a giant hole, not knowing what you're going to find down there. Oh man, I really need to catch up on Made in Abyss. There are so many anime where I just got burned out on anime at some point, because I was at one point watching like 10 to 15 per season. That was about 5 years ago. I think I just watched so many at one point that I was just like, I think I'm done with anime for now. What hole? Don't make it sound creepy. The hole that they go exploring into in Made in Abyss. How dare. Yo, now that's a fucking throwback. I'm seeing some based comments in chat right now. There's an old anime called Ghost Hunt. The story is great and also had novels written by Ono Fuyumi. I remember Ghost Hunt very well. I didn't think anyone would bring out that today, because that's definitely one of those anime I haven't thought about in forever. But I remember, like, there were they had a priest, they had a psychic, they had a skeptic, they had the high school girl who was just kind of drawn into it, and she kept calling the main guy Narcissistic Naru. Narcissistic Naru. That's a throwback. I actually liked that. That had some spooky moments in it. There were, yeah, some actual decent cases. I remember the final one being like the bathtub ghost. Oh my god. That was great. Imagine if I remembered the wrong anime right now. Because yeah, when I first saw somebody talking about Ghost Hunt, I was like, wait, Ghost Stories? And I was like, are we about to talk about the dub of Ghost Stories? But no, Ghost Hunt, yeah, it was actually genuinely good, man. That's a throwback. I haven't thought about that in forever. But yeah, this is essentially what this stream is going to be. It's going to be me reacting to you guys' comments and being like, holy crap, I watched that anime. Oh man, I'm going to be trying to grab comments as I can to actually talk about them properly. But yeah, Ghost Hunt was like way back in my childhood like anime super phase where I was watching everything I could, like so many classics as well. I remember another thing that I really liked at that time. I don't feel like anybody will remember again either. Natsu no Arashi. That Summer Storm? Yeah, Summer Storm. I don't know if that ever even got like a different English translation for the title, or if it was always Natsu no Arashi. That was heavily into my weeb days, where if it had an English title, I wouldn't have wanted to remember it anyway. Oh man. Have you seen the whole Eva TV series? I saw the original Evangelion TV series, and I saw some of the movies. I cannot tell you which ones. It's at the point now where so many more have come out that I have no freaking clue what I've watched and what I haven't. I know I haven't watched Rebuild. I haven't watched like the reboot kind of thing that they did. So yeah, I'm kind of lost on what I have and haven't seen on Eva at this point. Oh, they just brought out so many in a row. I don't know. I don't know about like the girl in the pink suit. She's completely new to me. I will never know who she is. VTuber's a live anime? Kinda. It depends. Yo, people talking about Black Butler. I never actually watched that, which is pretty wild considering my interests. School Rumble. Let's fucking go. School Rumble is honestly still at this point one of my favorite anime of all time. Like, I would rewatch that anytime. Even Did they ever actually adapt the ending of the manga into an anime? I can't remember if they did that as like an OVA kind of thing. But it was actually a really good story. The comedy aspects were so good, and then they really tried to hit you with the drama at the end, which was kind of like, not so sure about that. But at the same time, like, the comedy kept me going the whole way through. The love story, you actually ended up rooting. I can't even remember the names anymore. You actually ended up rooting for the main guy with sunglasses. Oh my god, the characters were so amazing in that one. Any comedy that slowly makes you fall in love with the characters is just absolutely amazing to me. Those are my favorite types of stories. Because if you can laugh with a character, then you can emphasize with a character. If a character can make you laugh and make you have fun, then when they start to hit their low points, when they start to hit actual like drama in their life, it hits you so much more because you care so much more. You just don't expect it. God damn. But yeah, School Rumble was great. I remember getting into it randomly in the middle of the series in the episode where they're shooting a bunch of guns at each other in school. And it was like really well done and action-packed. And I was like, oh, this is what this is about? This is School Rumble. They're literally like killing each other at school. And then I watched other episodes and was like, oh, this isn't what I expected at all. It's just cute little comedy and rom-com. Oh, God. We're talking about anime and you bring up Berserk. That's brave. That is a can of worms right there. Berserk is an incredible story, a dark fantasy. One of the things that I love the most about Berserk, and this may get me into trouble, I actually love the Golden Age arc movies. I could not watch the new series. I could not watch the new series, and I could not. I got through the original series. It was pretty good. It was a bit too dark for me back then. Like, not like dark like the violence or the horror or the adult aspects. It was a bit too dark as in literally the color palette. I remember watching that and being like, this is too much. And then watching some other classic anime like, oh, what was the one about he lit the elf girl? Crap. It's basically a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. No. Wow, how can I not remember that? But anyway, Berserk was just literally the color palette was too dark for me at that point. I had to come back to it eventually. Elfen Lied? No. Lodos War, thank you. The Record of Lodos War. Elfen Lied isn't really about an elf. But yeah, no, I love the movies for the Golden Age arc. The storyline of the manga is incredible. We'll see what they do with it from here on out. Eesh. But yeah, it's so dark, it's so gritty. It's exactly what I want. No light mode Berserk. You don't need a light mode Berserk, to be fair. It's just, yeah, it was a bit much for me. Especially since I first watched that. I think I tried to watch it when I was about 15. And I came back to it when I was about 20-ish. And then it was like, oh no, this is freaking incredible. What am I doing? Should have watched this from the beginning. Oh man. If you want somebody to cry... I mean, this is spelt wrong, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Imagine if this is just an anime that I don't know called Angel Beast. But I feel like this is meant to say Angel Beats, which is one that I come back to every now and then if I need to cry. The graduation episode. They did that so well. It's a shame that series was so rushed. And I thought, did they ever actually finish the visual novel? Did they ever translate the visual novel? Because I really was hoping the visual novel would make up for the fact that they turned what should have been a 24 episode series into a 12 episode series. Still has all the emotion that you need. Like, even with how broken that is, Jun Maeda, oh, so good with like the set pieces that I still cry my eyes out. It's such a broken series, but it still gets to me, especially the graduation episode and a couple of people like ending their series, and that one bit that's really well animated at the end that I can't spoil, just a certain main character's hand movements at a certain point. Oh god, that is heart crushing. They really gave you some of the best animation in the series for one of the most tragic moments. Very sad, very pain. Yeah, one of the most beautiful opening songs of all time as well. My Soul, Your Beats. As soon as you hear that piano come in, you know it's going to be a good time. Oh, great show. Oh shit, now we're just going into sad anime, okay? Okay, Anohana, I see you. Anohana was so good. I haven't rewatched that in a long time. I feel like I should, because I feel like that's something that would have hit harder nowadays. Because I did watch that when I was at my little like hikikomori phase, where I basically just did not leave my house for a year. But I feel like that would hit even more now. What if they did a... I feel like that series would be great if they like updated it. Like the same style, but instead of it being like from elementary school to the end of high school, take like high schoolers and take them to like the end of their like 30s. I feel like that would be even more powerful to me now. Which is another, I'll get to that in a minute, but I want to talk about 5 centimeters per second as well. Because that movie just kind of grows with you as you grow with it. But yeah, Anohana is another one that will make you cry. Especially in the end. Mitsukeita. Oh god. Anohana was so good. The character designs were beautiful. It was a bit overly dramatic, but I like things that are overly dramatic. Because yeah, I like to cry. If you just want to try and hit all the feels that you possibly can in one go, that's a good way to do it. It's just pure drama all the time. But yeah, 5 centimeters per second I could talk about for hours. The direction of it is so good, especially considering how young the director was at that point. He managed to do an incredible job. I remember like when I first watched it, I was like 14 and it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen when it came to backgrounds. I remember everybody used to call those kinds of movies scenery porn movies. And my god, they were not wrong. The night sky, the fireworks, oh my god. The space scenes even. Ah, Makoto Shinkai, exactly. Makoto Shinkai, I feel like he was my favorite director at one point. But yeah, the thing that I love so much about 5 centimeters per second is when I first watched it, I remember thinking like the love story in part 1 was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Now I go back and it's like, I mean, they're just kids. That's cute and everything. Then you watch part 2. I remember watching part 2, like, probably like the 3rd time I watched that movie and thinking, no, this is the best bit. I love this. This is so dramatic. He's so angsty. He's so emo. He's exactly who I aspire to be. Creeping off by himself and writing text messages that he never sends. It's like, oh my god, that's so powerful. That is the epitome of being a man. It's just teenage me sitting there like, yes. Angst, drama, pain. Me with my school Leonhardt love, learning to be a full-on Chunibyo. And yeah, nowadays, just watching the 3rd part just destroys me. Because that is so real. Him realizing how much time he wasted in his life, but realizing that you could still go forward. Working a full-time job now and realizing how nice it was to be a child, to be free. And yeah, now you have to work a 9 to 5 and just do everything just to survive. Oh man, 5 centimeters per second is so good. It really does just like grow up as you grow up. I mean, you got the emo hairstyle right now. You're not wrong. I'll never change it. I love it. Did you watch Banana Fish, Futan? I did. Banana Fish was pretty good. It was really dark. The ending of that one absolutely destroyed me. It's another one that went over the top in the drama a bunch of times, but at the same time, you roll with it and you enjoy it. I really liked the character designs as well. Ash Lynx be thick AF. Like, you don't notice it too much because he's not built like a Dragon Ball character or like a JoJo character. But when you just look at him, he's got like the thick neck, the thick jaw. Man. Yeah. Ash and AG were a good, interesting time. But yeah, the ending of that one will always kill me. And then you get like the epilogue as well when it comes to the manga. I forget what it's called. Something about an art gallery, but oh man. Even more painful. Ash was just sleeping. Exactly. He just fell asleep in the library. As long as you don't read the manga. As long as you don't read the ending, it's fine. It's fine. You can interpret that however you want to. You're completely safe. Don't worry about it. The epilogue, I know. They were just like, just in case you were wondering. Banana Fish gave me depression, let's go. I don't think it was supposed to do that much, but yeah, it was definitely one of those ones that was supposed to crush your soul a little bit. Banana Fish were really good. Oh shit, children who chase lost voices makes me cry a lot. I'm surprised about that. I don't hear many people talk about that one. That's definitely my least favorite of all the Makoto Shinkai films. I never managed to get into that one. I'm glad to hear that there's someone who like really feels that one actually. That's wild. The Place Promised in our early days I quite liked. More than that, I think my second favorite from Makoto Shinkai Like, the place promised in our early days is good, it's powerful, and the music in it is incredible, which it had to be since music is such an important part of that story. But yeah, for me it goes like 5 centimeters per second, and then right underneath that is Voices of a Distant Star. Because Voices of a Distant Star is just such a good storyline as well, where you do have them slowly getting further away from each other and how that affects them not being able to communicate for years and years at a time, still trying to hold on to each other. There's so much that you can link that to in life, like long distance relationships and just the distance emotionally that you feel between one another. But then yeah, taking it in the sci-fi approach where it's quite literally they're galaxies away from each other and their messages literally can't reach each other at all anymore. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Oh man. And I saw somebody bring up this, which is one of my favorite anime of all time, Sangatsu no Lion. Hells yes. Sangatsu no Lion has such a unique art style as well. But that's another one, overly dramatic. Everything around that kid's life is so painful. He has a couple happy things. He has the family that he stays with now. It's really good in its own way, but my god, it's just so soul crushing watching certain episodes. And even the people who bring him joy end up having so much pain in their own life. The bullying episodes absolutely destroyed me. I adore Sangatsu. Yeah, same. Sangatsu. I never even finished that one. That was like one of the last ones I watched during like my I'm getting burned out time, and it was so beautiful. It was so powerful. I really need to go back and finish that one too. I'm basically using this as a way to remember things that I need to return to, get back to, and actually enjoy again in the future. Oh man. I'll answer this one now so that people can hate me immediately and move on. I have tried Gintama. I always like get a few episodes into it and then I feel like the best episodes still haven't come yet, and it's like I like the comedy of Gintama. I have never gotten into the main storyline of Gintama. It takes a bit too long to start for me. I've gotten like 6 to 10 episodes in and I've never quite gotten hooked and managed to stay in for the long ride. Long series like that just don't work for me. It's why I don't read many manga as well. If it takes too long for things to happen, yeah. And yeah, I can see chat blowing up right now. How dare. Gintama is good. I know it is. I know. Like I said, watching the comedy episodes is amazing, and I've seen some of the like clips and images from the dramatic episodes. I know it gets really deep, it gets really powerful, but it's just too much to keep up with. But let's jump into a different comedy. Tachikoko-sei no Nichijou, one of my favorite anime of all time. I like pretty much... I don't currently know any anime with the title Nichijou in it that I don't love. All of the Nichijou comedies are great. But yeah, Tachikoko-sei no Nichijou, where it just took the whole like cute girls doing cute thing feeling and said, you know what, but what if we have boys though? And just gave it like the shonen vibes. It made it like all about video games, all about the silly dumb shit that guys do, because there were so many series at that time like K-On. How good is that anime? Oh,
it's one of my favorites. It's definitely one of the best comedy animes out there.
It really is, yeah. Yo, Sunny, how you doing?
Yo, Fu-chang.
What
I'm good, man.
Great time to enter on. That like blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute.
Nah, I was watching for a minute here. I was like, okay, I'm jumping in now.
The perfect timing. Let's go.
Yeah, no, Danichi's my shit, man. I've rewatched that maybe 3 times now.
Yo, let's go. I think I've rewatched it. Yeah, yeah, 3 times actually. Because I remember watching it when it came out. I remember I watched it because I needed like a bunch of comedy anime in a row. I watched like that when Asobi Asobase came out. I watched like that, the original Nichijou.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, I haven't got around to Asobi Asobase yet. That looks fantastic.
Oh, it's
I like
incredible.
Nichijou. The Kyoani was also good. I feel like that was more like slapstick, and it's kind of like more visual sort of humor, whereas Danichi was more like situational. I don't know. I feel like Danichi had jokes, you know what I mean? Whereas Nichijou just had visuals.
Yeah, Nichijou was very much like, what kind of silliness can we do? It was like Panny Pony Dash. Like, slapstick is a great way to describe that for sure.
Yeah, man, I tried to watch Bunny Pony Dash. I really couldn't get into it. I don't know. I'd heard such great things about it for the longest time. The only thing that really stuck out to me was it Misosa, like the little bunny that's always depressed or some shit?
Yeah.
You remember that? That was like the only thing that stuck out to me. Everything else was just a blur.
Yeah, it was a blur. That one goes at like a mile a minute. I actually enjoyed that when I watched it, but yeah, it was very much like, what is going on? Like, I remember the main girl being like a super masochist for the god level alien that she served under and shit.
The fuck? Was that a thing? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, like every time he showed up, she was like just down bad as fuck. But yeah, that's what I feel when it comes to Nichijou. And also, Azumanga Daioh, yeah. Those all have the same kind of feeling for me.
You know that's my fucking favorite ever
you know what?
slice of life, right?
We've never talked about this, but I could kind of feel that.
Yes.
Oh,
holy shit.
That does have such a
absolutely
good feeling.
timeless, man.
Honestly, yeah. The jokes, they just don't even really need any translation when it comes to Azumanga Daioh. You can just watch it and you can like feel exactly what's going on.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You could just mute it and you could say, "Damn, this is such good writing. This is hilarious."
Yeah, the voice acting was so good as well. Oh man,
yes, it was really good voice acting as well.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You know, especially that one character.
Hit me with it. You know you wanna.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
Let's go. It still blows my mind you could do that so perfectly.
Man, well, I practiced a long time. I love it so much. I had to rewatch that scene 100 times, and then I had to practice doing it myself 100 times.
So you've got that like burned into your memory at this point.
I really do. I mean, I remember like I first watched it. I don't know, I was pretty young at the time, but then I rewatched it again, and like something about it just like really stood out to me. And I feel like a lot of people also feel the same way about that particular scene, because I don't know, even if they haven't seen that anime, they kind of know about that scene. It's kind of a meme at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
yeah. Oh
god, this is a complete shift, but like, I feel like everybody knows about like Nice Boat as well, just being a thing. Like, they're a very. I think the amount of people who've actually seen School Days now is very small compared to the amount of people that just know the reference Nice Boat.
Yeah, yeah. No one has. I mean, I know people have seen it, right? But
definitely,
everyone knows. Yeah, whenever they think about yandere, they think about the Nice Boat ending.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a generational thing when it comes to yandere. Because I know, like, for me, the original yandere was Reina Ryugu from Higurashi, but then I feel like people that were
is she really a yandere? Is Reina a yandere? I feel like she's more like, I think the discourse was that she's yangire because she doesn't necessarily like the character in that way.
You know, I don't actually know. Yeah, you're right. She doesn't really connect in that way of being like super sweet and obsessed. But yeah, for me, it was just like the shift between like scary and cute.
Yeah, I guess just being cute and violent, not necessarily so in love that they're violent.
Yeah, I guess in that way, Shion would be more the yandere of that series. But I always just associate like that series in general with yandere. But I know for sure, like the generation like slightly after me that didn't watch Higurashi until maybe the reboot, like it's all like Gasai from
No, I feel like there was definitely a split like after
Mirai Nikki.
Nikki that definitely popularized like and like sort of what's the word, like they sort of rewrote the canon on the meta of like people's image of a yandere.
Yeah, because ever since that happened, everybody was just like, okay, but now all yanderes have to be like pink haired.
Yeah.
Pink haired twin tails, thing. Yeah,
holding their face with two hands, looking kind of twisted.
Yeah, that exact look. Where that's another one of those like classic anime things. Yeah, the two hands in the face, the eyes. Oh man.
Yeah.
Everybody
I love that though. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like my characters like that.
Hell yeah. Man, my brother.
Yeah, but yeah, School Days got kind of like thrown to the side after that. Just to be fair.
True.
Never quite hit that same level. Nice Boat is pretty much the only thing that blew up from that, and just how wild it got at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I feel like School Days still has a legacy. Man, I barely remember it myself. You should talk to Ike about School Days. He had like the funniest rant about School Days like a few weeks ago. I was talking to him about it. It was fucking funny as hell. But yeah, I feel like everyone knows that like the main character is the fucking like jerk and cheats on everyone because he needs to get his. And then the ending was like intense and there was a little controversy about that.
Yeah,
But,
they literally couldn't play it the first time. That's what's wild.
yeah, they couldn't even broadcast it. It's crazy.
Yeah, to anyone who doesn't know what the nice boat thing is, I'd imagine most people do, but still. The ending of the School Days anime was supposed to be one of the most violent endings from the game. And there was supposed to be a lot of blood and violence, but a certain incident happened in Japan right when it was supposed to air, so they delayed it. And instead of replacing the episode of the anime, they just had some commercials about a boat.
It's just stock footage of like some place in Europe or something, just of a boat
On the water.
peacefully flowing through the water with some beautiful green scenery. And one of the comments was just "nice boat," and that just stuck out for some reason.
Everybody was just like, nice boat, nice boat. That became so legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's such
Classic.
a throwback. I
It
feel
takes
like,
me back.
yeah, when that aired, that was so revolutionary because, like, had there been that much, like, sexual content coming out of a fucking basic ass harem show up until that point?
I don't think so. They were very explicit, I feel like.
Yeah, because this was before, like nowadays we have the things where it's like an anime which is essentially a hentai anyway.
Yeah, and it's just aired on regular TV. But I feel like at the time it wasn't as common.
No, definitely not. I feel like DxD was groundbreaking, and that was like right after. That was quite a bit after actually School Days, I think. DxD.
Yeah, and that was pretty sus.
That was pretty sus, yeah. But even that compared to the things nowadays, it's like, yeah. They've just been getting more and more explicit.
Yeah, getting daring. Got to push that envelope.
Yeah, man. You gotta just draw in the viewers somehow. Did you ever watch Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma? Actually, no. Let me start with this. What was your first anime?
My first anime, I don't remember exactly, because I was in Japan when I was very, very young. So I saw some of the things they were airing on TV for Japanese kids, like Crayon Shin-chan and Doraemon, Anpanman, things like this. So I mean, I have that memory, but I don't really remember.
You just wouldn't know which one it was. Yeah, it was just all like basic TV for you. Got you.
Yeah, I mean, I remember them and I remember the characters and stuff, but I don't actually know that much about each of those series. I never really watched them after I left Japan. But besides that, the first anime I remember was wouldn't you know it, Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. It was broadcasted on Australian television, and everyone was so into that.
That's what I feel like. Yeah, from a certain generation, it was always just a question of did you watch Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, or Digimon? Like it was between those four. Maybe like Shaman King, maybe.
No, I don't think we had that, but I feel like everyone at my school when we were younger, it was all about Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. We were all throwing Kamehamehas at each other.
Trading Pokemon cards in the schoolyard.
Oh, yeah. You know it, baby.
I was actually, that's one of the things I discussed earlier. That I was, there were the kids in the schoolyards that would throw Kamehamehas and special beam cannons at each other. There'd be like a kid here or there that do the Japanese name for the attacks instead of the Western one.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
That one guy.
The one guy who was like a very early weeb who didn't understand. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
And what would you say is like your favorite anime of all time? Can you nail it down to one, or is it like a top 5 kind of thing?
I really can't. I feel like, it's probably more like a top 3, top 5 sort of deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one that always comes to mind is Gurren Lagann. That has a very special place in my heart.
I never actually finished that one. Yeah. That's another one where I only know the memes, like the whole believe in the me that believes in you, and then drill that pierces the heaven.
Yeah. I mean, it's not for everyone. It's a little over the top, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. But yeah, it really resonated with me and what I like about anime. So that's one. Another one, kind of not much in common with Gurren Lagann is Tatami Galaxy.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Actually, the novel for like The Night is Short, Walk On Girl, I came so close to buying that the other day because that somehow is at my local bookstore, and I was like, do I buy this? But yeah, Tatami Galaxy is amazing.
They just had an English version at your local bookshop?
Yeah, I didn't even know it was based off of a novel. When I saw that, I was like, wait a damn minute. No way is this
sure
this
Tatami
one.
Galaxy as well is also based on novels, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that, but it makes so much sense actually, because those storylines are so like in depth. They're so well planned out that it makes sense that it was a novel first for that to all be like connected together.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was intended to be written as an animation.
But they do a really good job with it.
Yeah, it's a really good story. I really sort of relate and appreciate the themes in that anime. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's an anime that's actually like, it's a sad thing, but I mean, getting an anime that's set in university instead of high school is a nice shot.
Oh man, yeah, definitely.
And you get that like 1 in 50 that, no, not even 1 in 50, probably like 1 in 1,000 that's actually set with adults rather than children of any kind.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, that one's really good.
What, adult main characters? Is this actually an anime? What?
Can this even be an anime? Do they have adults in Japan? I thought they all just stopped aging at 16.
So they just like vanish into thin air when they graduate high school. What the fuck?
Exactly. They're all either high school kids or just boom, Obasan or Ji-san. There's no in between.
Immediately becomes some like overpowered old man.
Oh man, that's great though. Yeah. Based choices. For me, it's just definitely Mushishi.
Oh, I love Mushishi too. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
I feel like that's definitely very you, isn't it? Yeah. He even kind of looks like you. That guy.
No, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, white-haired anime boy.
Yeah, he's got hair over one eye. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I like that folktale atmosphere it's got going. It's so good. The music's so good, and you can just watch any episode. You literally, like, I think when I dropped in on it, somebody else was already watching some other episode, and I was just like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And yeah, you don't need to know anything about the series. Every episode is just disconnected.
Yeah, everything is self-contained. I mean, I feel like there are a few points where the story is sort of like continued from a previous episode, but
I think you're right.
Yeah, even then, you can really just watch any episode, and it's like a really good self-contained story.
Yeah, because they like barely tell you Ginkgo's story as well. Like the main character, they just kind of like touch on one episode like he's a character as a child and you get his backstory, but it doesn't really explain too much anyway. You just kind of learn about his master and how he lost the eye, and that's it. So good. Yeah, I love Yashike kind of series like that. Is also why I love like the this probably comes from the age thing as well, like when an older man or older woman like takes in a younger character and it's like a adopted family kind of situation. Like Barakamon. And yeah, I said I was watching, the only one I'm watching this season is a Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. But yeah, normally when they're like a jaded adult that has like the Yashike feeling of taking care of a child. Shit's so good.
I know exactly what you mean.
Did you watch, because one of my favorite anime of all time now, which actually aired recently, it's one of the few newer ones I've seen, Odd Taxi. Did you watch Odd Taxi?
Nope. Sorry, man.
No, it's all good.
Looked interesting though.
Oh, it's really good. You can guess like a lot of the twists before they happen, but yeah, it starts off with just like a couple of interconnected like random stories. You meet some characters while the taxi driver's driving around, and it just all comes together so well. Like 12 episode series, really self-contained. They leave you on a cliffhanger, but it doesn't really matter. Because like they finish the story and then they're like, but there could be more. Find out next time. So it's so good. But is there a
next time?
Exactly. Apparently the next time is wrapped up in the movie. So I mean, I guess it gets like ended off pretty good because the movie's like a recap thing. But then apparently they finish off the story. So yeah, they were really just teasing you with that ending apparently.
Right.
That's so good.
Like, that's how they sell the movie tickets, I see.
Exactly. It's we really only needed like 30 seconds to finish this, but we're gonna put it in the movie. Good luck, bitches.
Classic.
Oh man, that's one of the reasons I ended up burned out on anime. Was so many of them felt like advertisements for light novels or manga.
Nah, I definitely feel that. I wanted to ask you, were there any specific episodes of Mushishi that stuck out to you? Like, what specific Mushi do you remember?
I remember, so many of them. The thing is, they're not like, they don't jump out at you like, wow, this one's so powerful or anything. So one of the ones I really remember is I think it's called the something year bridge, where a bridge only appears every certain amount of years.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
They've got like the whole cordyceps thing going on, where there's a parasitic creature that can control humans and make them cross over the bridge.
Yes.
That's such a good idea, because it's such a good combination where it's like there's these Mushishi that create the bridge, then there's these Mushishi that control the humans, and they're not related, they're just kind of symbiotic.
It's like a symbiotic relationship. Yeah,
exactly. It's proper nature. It's so interesting. And also the one where I forget what it is. It looks like a cloud in the sky, but then there's like a single line that comes down, and if you're stupid enough to reach up and like grab the line, it just rips you up into the air. Like,
oh shit, yeah, I vaguely remember that. That's scary. Sheesh.
That is scary. That's what I love about it, because there are like much more powerful ones. Like there's literally one about a mountain spirit god, like a giant snake sitting on top of a mountain. I remember that one, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but I prefer the bridge. I prefer the silly little bridge that gets formed.
Yeah.
Did you have any that really jumped out at you?
Scale. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but you're right. I feel like more than the scale and like the quote unquote power, it's more about like the peculiarity and the
atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
Yeah.
One that I remember. Do you remember the bamboo that creates
the
like
maze bamboo?
Yeah, like that creates like a maze that you can never escape.
Yeah, and the guy,
and he had a family in there.
Yeah, I remember the twist at the end of that one.
Yeah,
that was wild.
That really stood out to me. And I remember this might be a spoiler, but
I go for it.
the bamboo creature like comes to life, and then it has legs, and it just like starts scuttling away, and that animation was so
unsettling.
Uncanny. Yeah, it was so unsettling. Oh god, it's so creeped me out, and that stood out to me a lot.
It felt like a Junji Ito kind of moment. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Speaking of creepy shit like that, I feel like you may be the only person in Nijisanji EN that may know of this. Did you ever watch Gyo? Or read Gyo? The one where like sharks and other kind of sea creatures come onto land and start eating people. It's so dumb.
No, I've not heard of it, I don't think.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Is that Junji Ito or what is that?
I actually don't know. It feels like a Junji Ito kind of thing.
I'm looking it up. It is Junji. Yeah.
Oh, it is Junji. That makes sense, because yeah, the faces all looked perfect. Oh my god, it's like such a schlock horror kind of thing. It's like Sharknado, but
oh my god, you're right.
I love that kind of feeling, because it's just like, yeah, Junji Ito comes up with the most wild things, and he sticks the atmosphere so well.
Yes, I love his work. It's it's so funny. If you ever see any interviews or anything with him, he's the most like
sweet
chill
guy.
And like sweet old man, but he comes up with the most twisted, bizarre and horrifying things in his work. Like, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I've heard, yeah, some of the interviews that he's had with people, and like people just talking about how he just like sneaks up behind them, but it says like super nice things. He played along with somebody's like joke at one point. Somebody was trying to tease someone else and was trying to like dance in a bush or something. Like they hid in a bush and started dancing. Junji Ito saw it and came and joined them, and they were just trying to do it to mess with their friend, but Junji Ito is just like, yeah, no, okay, gets in the bush and starts dancing with them. I'm in it, let's go. So freaking funny.
Yeah. Sweet guy.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I've just, like, everybody doesn't seem to understand. They can just jump in whenever they want to. Like, this whole, it's a Totsu. They need to relax. They can jump in. Oh, yo, I just sent a video of Junji Ito touring a haunted house.
He tours a haunted house?
I didn't know
what the fuck? Did they get him to whip? Oh my god.
They got him to whip.
That might be the most horrifying thing I've ever seen to do with Junji Ito that he's ever done.
I think that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Let's go.
Don't think I've ever seen anything more horrifying.
He looks so happy about it too.
Yeah. He's just having some fun, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Somebody bring it up Higurashi when they cry. Let's go. I loved that when I was a kid. I remember
binging the whole anime series. I never played the games or anything, but yeah, I watched all the animes. They were
I never played the games either. I ended up watching a playthrough eventually because I wanted to see how it ended. And yeah, the way they did the visual novel ending was really good. But yeah, the anime was so good. Remember when I first watched it, I think it either starts with like the body full of nails or like the kid having to rip out his own nails with the machine. I can't remember. That might be the start of the second time rotation. But yeah, the first 4 episodes being freaky as hell, and then like the way this isn't a spoiler, this is the first 4 episodes. The first 4 episodes ends with pretty much like the main character dying, and you're like, huh? This is done already?
Yeah,
what goes on from here? Then episode 5, everything's just back. It's like a time loop.
Right. Yeah, if you had no idea about the games or anything, you'd think like, what the fuck? That's a weird place to end it.
That blew my mind, yeah. So I remember watching the first 4 and thinking, okay, where are they going to go from here? And then episode 5 starts and it's just like, oh, that was a great viewing experience.
Yeah.
Same as like Mahou Shoujo Magica. Like I remember.
Yeah, Madoka.
Madoka, yeah. I remember watching that and not knowing, like, that was great back then when you could actually be surprised by a plot line because it doesn't get spoiled completely in the trailers. It's like, oh, this is a cute little Mahou Shoujo girl, and then mommy happens.
I mean, people always say that, like, oh, I thought this was a cute girl show. I thought this is just gonna be like Sailor Moon. But the thing is, like, the first fucking episode has like a really dark and surreal and like disturbing opening that like you would know that this isn't just some cute show. I don't know why people always bring that up as like a talking point. I'm like, oh, it looks like a cute show, but it's so edgy. I wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting it. But it's true. This fucking episode is the first scene.
They hint at it, but yeah, then they slow it down. Because I mean, I think it's like the 3rd or 4th episode that actually like shit hits the fan. And yeah, it just never stops after that.
The 3 or so.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. I guess like by the time that episode comes around, like you've already forgotten about the first scene. You're like, oh, I guess that was nothing.
Yeah, because if you were watching it live, yeah, that was like 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. So yeah, you would have forgotten about it. Ike, yo, let's go. It starts with a baseball bat. I don't remember the start of Higurashi anymore then. I remember seeing the first episode of School Life. Oh, Gakko Gurashi! Completely blind, and oh boy, when that thing happens. Did you ever watch Gakko Gurashi?
Yeah, I did actually. I don't remember it too deeply, but yeah, I remember
the ending of the first episode is so good.
Yeah. Fuck, hang on. Is that are you talking about it's like revealed that she's just like has delusions and hallucinations about what's actually going on?
Yeah, the whole first episode is just like slice of life cuteness, and then you get to the end of it and it's like, by the way, she's just dissociating and pretending this is a nice world. There's zombies everywhere and everybody's dead.
Right.
So good. I think that might be another one like Madoka where they didn't advertise it, like they didn't spoil anything, like they advertised that as a slice of life. I think, I can't remember for sure, but I remember everybody being freaked out by that first episode's revelation, like right at the end.
Yeah, I don't recall exactly if that was the case, but I'm sure that one definitely caught a lot of people off guard because there's no hint but in the actual show before. Well, I mean, I bet there's hints, but there's nothing like explicitly showing about the zombie dark stuff, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not. I don't know.
Really good,
like
though.
Small little roundabout hints, I'm guessing.
Probably. And then yeah, like shit hits the fan, and you probably can go back and see it. I haven't rewatched that in ages.
Yeah.
I love when a show's marketing blatantly lies to you. Asobi Osobase's OP did the same thing, and I love it for it. You definitely. You're gonna love Asobi Asobase when you watch it.
Does the OP make it look like they're refined and cute anime girls?
The OP is like this cutest slice of life. Everything's in pastel. It's them all talking about how much they love each other, and yeah, it's just bright, cute pastel colors. Them holding onto each other, doing a little dance. It looks like it belongs in like Lucky Star or K-On! Or something. Then you get into the show and it's like the pure carnage of like
Yeah, I've seen screen caps of the faces they make.
The faces are great. The scene that most stands out to me from that show that I can't get out of my head is a time when they sneak an inflatable pool into the classroom and they're playing around in the water in the pool and it's leaking out of the classroom. The fucking principal comes along and is like, why is this water here? And they're like, oh, we're sorry. This girl wet herself. And he's like, oh no, that's terrible. I won't come in then. I don't want to embarrass you. He bends down, touches it, and then tastes it.
That's
not in a fuck. Yeah, it's fucked up, but at the same time, he tries not to be fucked up because then he's just like, wait a minute. This isn't pee at all. This is pure water. Did you lie to me? And the girls on the other end were disgusted, but at that point, they're like, oh, I feel like we disappointed him. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have lied to you. And he's just like, don't worry. I'm just disappointed. You apologize. That's enough. And he walks away all dramatically, and it's just such a fucking the amount of emotions it goes through in like 2 minutes. It's so wild.
The way you're just describing this is already so insane. I can't imagine the actual animation.
It's so good. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. Like I said, the opening is so cute, and then the ending is just like heavy metal, and like it's all like drawn in crayon. It looks almost. I wouldn't say it's got some Junji Ito kind of feeling to it. It's very expressionist. It's like all dark and shadow, and it's just like heavy metal screamo. It's great. So yeah, they really get you with like the opening being cute, adorable fluff, and then the ending being heavy metal and pain. It's amazing.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite series of all time. And Ike, you should hop in call. Damn it! How dare you?
Get in here.
Yeah.
You get some more. Anime
takes exactly. Oh, yo, did you ever watch Death Parade? That's one of my favorite anime of all time too.
No, I've not seen it. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, it's okay. There was like a short, I think it was done by the Animation Project, where they take like people who are like learning to be animators, and they give them the chance to make a single episode of anime. So they had this short called Death Billiards, where the whole idea is it was two people who have already died playing billiards, and whoever wins gets to go back to life. Whoever dies like stays dead and passes on. And so they took that idea, and with Death Parade, it follows a guy named Dekim who like runs a bar, and you show up, 2 or sometimes 3 or multiple people will show up who have just died, and it's just a way of testing them to see whether they go to like a happy place or a sad place. So they like play games, and there's always rules where they're like possibly trying to hurt one another to survive, or it's testing their character because they have to do like sacrificial things themselves, or just understand some of the things they did using like simple games. It's so good. And Light Yagami makes an appearance in it. It's pretty funny.
Ah, real cameo?
Yeah. Because they had like they was the same anime studio. And so at one point they like give this one person the option to damn another soul who 100% deserves it. That they would save themselves, and the person sitting on the other end is just Light Yagami, and it's like, oh, you know, he totally deserves it. Do it. But they don't know that. It's great. Death Parade has one of the best openings of all time too.
Yeah, I heard the opening was good, although I haven't seen it.
I can't remember off my head now. I just remember it starts with like oh yeah. It's so good, yeah. You love it. It's a really jazzy opening, and then every episode is just full of pain and suffering.
It sounds emotional.
If you see anything in chat you want to talk about, feel free to call it out.
Hello.
Oh, hello Zia. How you doing?
Hi, Zia.
Hey, Fulgur. Hey, Sunny. I just listened you guys talking about Death Parade.
What is that one you like as well?
I think I like most of the animes you guys have been talking about. So yeah.
Yo, we've got another based one, though. Let's go.
Yeah, based.
Based. You guys are so based. Like, you keep talking one anime after another. I really liked it. So I was like, oh my god, I want to join in.
Okay, I have to say before we go any further, your Fugi is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It's okay. It animates when you talk.
The mouth moves multiple different ways. It's so adorable. Holy shit.
It's Amicia who made this.
Oh, no way.
So cute.
Yeah, Tia.
It's so cute. She did such a good job. Yeah, I love that.
I know, right?
Eyes blink and everything.
Yeah.
The first question I want to ask everybody who shows up immediately. What was your first anime and what was your favorite anime? Also, hello, Hyona!
Hi. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, you're good. We're welcome. Like, this is Tatsumachi. Anyone can jump in whenever. I'm just going to spam you with questions when you first join in. Oh, Hyona's still a duck.
Oh, wait. I'll change.
It's fine if you want to be a duck. But yeah, so...
Love that post-collab Fugi.
Oh yeah, the pain.
Oh my god. I forgot about that Fuki.
So Zaya, what was your first anime? And yeah, your favorite anime?
Oh yeah, my first anime, I think it would be Digimon Adventure.
Let's go!
That and like Pokemon, like the first Pokemon.
Okay, now I need to ask you then. This is the question that divided everyone when we were kids.
I like both though. Is it wrong not to choose?
And it's not wrong not to choose, but did nobody like ever ask you while you were a kid which was your favorite between the two? Because I remember that being like a fight in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. And people kept on mistaking Digimon for Pokemon or Pokemon for Digimon. I was so no.
Yeah. I remember like some people when they heard that Digimon could actually talk rather than just saying their names were just so lost. Wait,
what do you mean?
doesn't just say
they just say
Agumon?
Pikachu.
Exactly.
Imagine us saying our names and only our names.
Yes.
Fulgur, Fulgur, Fulgur.
Hyona.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hyona.
girl. I have a pretty good name for that, actually. I could get a good.
Yeah. You could do a very good growl with your name.
Yeah, I
Oh,
could do like a nice
true.
little foo, and then I could be like, like God is
For your
good.
evolution,
Yes.
it's like from food to Fulgur.
Fulgur, I love that. And in that case, what was your favorite anime so far?
Favorite, I have to say it's probably Shinsekai Yori.
Let's fucking go! From the New World, that is one of my favorite anime of all time. It's in my top 10. And
Oh my god, cultured.
I've been waiting, like if that novel ever gets translated, I need to own it. The storyline is so
Me
good.
Too. Oh my god, the ending blew my mind. But I'm not gonna spoil it for the people here. You just have to watch it.
Okay, but you have to say the line. Give me the line.
No. Which line? There's so many.
Okay, give me the line that
questionable
doesn't. Give me the line that fans say. It doesn't have to be like the line that he actually says, but the line about
Which
Squealer.
one?
Squealer.
Oh.
Do you know?
I don't actually remember anymore. Do you still remember it?
Oh
that
yeah.
was really old though.
I know. I rewatch it every now and then. I was just
Oh
like
my
the one I was hoping you would know is just Squealer did nothing wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh true. Oh that one. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh that one. Yeah. It's true. They did nothing wrong, guys.
I
Is this the
mean,
one with the mole rats?
yes. Did you watch
Yeah,
that one?
I've never seen. Nah, I've never seen it. But I'd seen the mole rats. That's all I know. So when you said Squeal, I was like, oh, that must be him, right?
That is one of the best storylines I've ever seen in anything. It's like, it's sci-fi. It starts off when these kids with psychic powers are like 10, and it goes up to the point where they're in like their mid-20s. It follows their life and how fucked up their society is and how they interact with the world, being humans that have psychic powers and can really do whatever they want. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Ah,
I
Yes.
like
I've never seen
especially the storytelling, because like when they're little, it's as if everything is like you can see that the perspective is from a children's perspective. Like
Yes.
the story's jumbled and they see things so innocently, but as they grow up, things get more coherent.
Yeah. But when they're children, they have no idea why everything's going on. And they have that whole like puberty arc as well. I forgot about that. They have like 6 episodes in the middle where just suddenly everybody wants to fuck each other. And it's like, yeah, that's puberty.
That's true. There was some controversy about it because of the whole puberty arc question mark.
Yeah.
But I think that's just puberty, you know? It can get you cancelled.
Yeah, man, you hit age 14 to 16, you're just like, I need to do something. Like the hormones, man.
Sorry for being real.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to keep this like no romance whatsoever. They're teenage children. It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, there's some spoilers we can't talk about there that makes that even more powerful.
Yeah.
Like the sci-fi aspects in that story are so good. It's so real. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, and the one problem with it, it's really dated. Like even for its time, the animation was not great. The art style is incredible. It's very atmospheric. It's very pretty. And when they do like story time and talk about like the legends that they have, they get like very artistic with that. Very, how to say?
Experimental.
Thank you. Yes. It looks like sometimes a children's book and sometimes just like wild animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, like it's very stiff. It doesn't move too much. If they redid that, I feel like it would be a masterpiece given to the right anime studio. But as it is, like the storyline is just so good.
The biggest question though, would you like to see it remade or would you like to see a continuation of it?
Remade, personally. I think the storyline as it was pretty perfect. I think if they continue the storyline, I'm not sure they'd be able to one up like the whole aspect you talked about with the children coming to figure out what's going on in their world. Like now that we know all of that, like you've kind of learned along with the children, so they'd have to invent something new. And I feel like, yeah, it would be better to just redo it and give it to a new generation to actually see how incredible that storyline is. Personally.
Yeah, true though.
Yeah, there's too many things where they try to like continue them and it's just like, no, just make a new IP. You're clearly just trying to use the brand name. And Hyuna, what was your first anime and favorite anime?
First, it's honestly kind of blurry, but I feel like a lot of people's answer is gonna be either Pokemon or Digimon.
Yeah, so true. For me, I honestly can't remember anymore whether it was Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z, but it was one of those two.
But I think I've always leaned more into Digimon, but I think one of the first anime that I kind of sort of actually remember watching is Card Capture Sakura, I think.
Oh, let's go.
Hell yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, that too. Really
It's
old.
like really old, but it's like the one that I clearly remember, like, oh yeah, it's one of the first things I watched. And then Pokemon and Digimon, it's like, did I actually watch that? I feel like I did, but I don't remember much, but I feel like I did, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like,
I know the Digimons.
I could have just absorbed it through osmosis in the schoolyard. Yeah, I feel that.
Well, that's how you know that the actual like anime really left an impression on you, is that you actually remember what happened as opposed to just like remembering watching it. Right?
Yeah, like that's how I feel about like Shaman King. I remember I watched it probably.
Shaman King, and there's a remake of it right now. It's on here, right?
Yeah, that's what's wild. There's so many, like, there's this whole like nostalgia thing where people like revisiting things 30 years after they happened. And it definitely feels like we're hitting that point where suddenly we've gotten like remakes of Fruit Basket, Shaman King, Digimon came back. I guess Digimon never left. Yeah, Tokyo Mew Mew. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Pokemon never went away. Dragon Ball came back a little bit earlier and actually stuck around, which is surprising.
Yeah.
I thought that would just be back for like a one-off or something, but yeah, they stuck around. Good for them.
Came back hard.
Yeah.
They came back very, very hard. Oh yeah, Higurashi as well. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Higurashi. Wait, Higurashi got a remake?
Yeah.
No, it was like it did kind of
a continuation.
It started off, as like a remake, but yeah, it was different, really.
Would you call it a reboot? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Reboot.
Essentially. Oh, somebody said. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, as for favorite, that's also hard. I think I'm kind of torn between Madoka Magica or Ergo Proxy. I don't know, but I think I'm leaning more into Madoka because I have a thing for magical girls. I don't know.
Same.
I have a thing for magical girls, especially
dark magical girls.
Yes, especially if it gets fucked up in the end.
Yeah, because I don't think they've explored magical girls as much as they have like superheroes recently. Like superheroes, people got so bored of superheroes, they started doing like comedy superheroes, dark superheroes. Magical girls, I don't think like they've quite gotten that treatment yet. You've had like a couple comedy ones. You've had like a couple ones where it's like, but what if this but magical girls, where it's like middle-aged housewives but magical girls, or big strong barren men who turn into magical girls, like magical Maho Shoujo Ore. Yeah. Yeah.
Boys that become magical girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, what was?
I forgot the title, but there was this one where both girls and boys can be magical girls, but it was pretty dark. I don't remember the title.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was based off of novels. I remember
What was
the girl, the boy who became a girl's name started with a P. I think it was La Pucelle.
I don't remember.
I remember the looks of all the characters. It was a really nice art style. Maho Shoujo. Oh, Magical Girl Raising Project. There we go.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. Raising Project.
That was so
my
dark, so
God.
good. I guess they did
But,
have actually a bunch of dark magical Maho Shoujo girls at the same time, because people were suddenly reminding me of magical Maho Shoujo's site as well. So yeah, I guess actually in a while they did have like a couple seasons in a row where there were a bunch of dark Maho Shoujo, and it's like, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I just kind of missed
to be a
that
few
one.
at this point.
Yeah.
It became a thing, you know. Just like I think I remember there was a time when a lot of the magical girl shows just ends up being so dark. I was
Oh,
actually
yeah.
kind of overwhelmed. I'm like, guys, I mean, I know I asked for this, but like, can we kind of, you know, can we backtrack?
Can we just be cute?
Yeah, can we just be cute and like fight
Why do we need to
nightmares and
die?
stuff?
Yeah.
But that's genius though, because of all the dark Mahou shoujos. When like the actual normal Mahou shoujo came out, like the remake of Tokyo Mew Mew, everybody was so happy.
That's what I was gonna
Genuinely
say.
just, oh, nice, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's how like the waves of things kind of happen, is you have things get overdone too much, and then eventually there's got to be like a resurgence of like the original. Like they had all the dark Maho Shoujos, and then everybody got burned out, and there was no Maho Shoujo for a while, and now Tokyo Mew Mew is back. They kind of did that with romance as well, where they tried to do so many like cute romances for a while. Like I remember Orange and Owl, sorta whatever. Like they had so many like teenage drama romances in a row that were cute, and then they had like the more trashy ones, the more explicit
damn.
ones, where they were like, how far can we go with this? And then those all died out for a while, and then we got Fruits Basket came back, and it was like, this is what shoujo's supposed to feel like, right? Did any of you ever watch Samurai Flamenco? I saw everyone talking in chat about that.
Oh, it's
Wait,
good. I
no,
haven't
Samurai
finished it
Flamenco?
though. I forgot to continue it in the past, and I just didn't get the time to continue. But it's like interesting.
Isn't that kind of like a tokusatsu, but as an anime?
Yes.
It is.
And the power creep is so funny, where it starts off like so normal, and then by the end you've got like the actual like whole power, like, the whole tokusatsu team thing going on, and they're like fighting bears and everything.
Yeah.
I love that show. It starts off so generic and it just becomes so wild.
Yeah, I was
Not
gonna
gonna-
say, do you have any anime that you want them to remake or reboot?
Oh,
Shinsekai
old
Yori.
Yeah?
Yeah. Other than that, like a classic. I could really go. I haven't seen a high fantasy anime. Other than, I guess, Mushoku Tensei kind of counts.
Oh,
guess.
Sensei.
Not true.
Maybe
I
they'll
feel
get
like-
the Berserk anime adaptation right this time.
If they give us a 2D Berserk, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Berserk.
2D Berserk, please. Stop trying to do it in 3D. The movies were fine, but that series, oh god.
Yeah.
But yeah, high fantasy, I'd like to see them remake. Yeah, Record of Lodoss War. Like that's just really classic, proper like adventuring party going against the bad guy. I loved it. I'd love to see them remake that one.
Are you guys familiar with Gaku and Alice?
Yeah.
Alice Academy? I would
Familiar with it,
love,
but I never watched it.
I don't really
Yeah,
know, I'm sorry.
I would love to see that being like having a modern remake or something.
Me too.
It's-
And Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Yu Yu
Actually, that would be
Hakusho.
interesting. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I feel like especially after Jujutsu Kaisen, like Yu Yu Hakusho coming back now would like scratch that
Classic.
itch that people have. Yeah.
Mm.
I had a similar feeling to me, at least. What about you, Sunny?
I don't know, I was thinking about it. I wanted to hear your guys' answers first, and I was thinking of something, but I got nothing. I don't know.
Do you have anything,
Ah.
Zaya?
Like a classic old one? I don't know.
Yeah, do you have any of those there? Anything you'd want to bring back?
Don't wanna? Anything I don't wanna.
No,
bring
anything you do want to like, anything you'd love to see a reboot of.
back.
I mean, if there is anything you specifically never want to see again, you could say that too. That'd be funny.
Oh damn, that
That'd
would
be
be a
funny.
very hot take, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be like really positive here because I do all the spicy rants on my own stream.
Oh, don't worry, you could do them here too. I was gonna say like earlier, like I feel like people have been burned out from mecha anime for a long time now. Like they kind of came back with Iron-Blooded Orphans, but yeah, it feels like 10 years ago there was so many mecha anime in a row that people were just like, we've had enough of these for now. And it felt like they just kind of like shut down for like 5 years.
Oh no! But I think it's a treat for the mecha lovers since somehow there is a lot of mecha series, but they're never like in a row. They have like this gap year.
They tend to take their time with them, yeah. That was the problem. I think for a while we just had so many in a row where it was like, oh, I forget. So many got popular because there was like Valve Rave. At the same time,
Oh, yeah, Valve Rave.
I forget the name of it, but the one where the kid really likes eggs.
Really likes eggs?
Eggs.
Somebody in chat's gonna know exactly what I mean about the whole first episode. He's like a very emotionless character, and like the one thing that people like noticed is he really wanted some cheap eggs. I'll know a 0. Thank you, chat. See, people know about Egg Boy.
Usually people don't point out the egg first and foremost.
Well, the only other thing I remember from that first season is how it ends, and then they just retcon that at the first episode of the second season. It was like, Uro Butcher started off something interesting there, and then they took it in a direction. They took it in a direction.
True, but the ending and opening song slaps though.
Yes, all of the music in that's really good, and the character designs are great.
Yeah.
And the fights were really good. Like the fights were actually really tactical. I liked that. Like the main kid figuring out exactly how to break down the enemy's ships with much worse combat. Yeah, I like that.
Ah.
Having said that, I really, even though I've been burned out with mecha for a while, 86, which came out recently, still one of my favorite series of all time. Technically a mecha. They're not really big fighting mecha, but I mean, they're in robots, so it counts.
I think it counts. They're technically in a robot, right?
Yeah, it should be fine. I'm sure they're spider robots. They're not people robots.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've been
I mean,
interested
what
in
is a
that
mecha
too.
at this point?
Yeah, what is
True.
mecha at this point?
Because some people consider Attack on Titan mecha.
Huh? Oh, because they're inside something?
Yeah, the humans controlling
Wait.
a bigger, like, humanoid.
That starts the whole like question of like, is a pregnant woman a mecha?
I'm sorry. I was about to say, wait,
Oh,
does that mean the qualification for mecha is that you just need to be inside somebody?
No, no, no,
That's
no.
such a
No,
low
no, look.
standard.
The smaller
We're not
human
going
is
into
not
Darling in the
controlling
Franks
the
here.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say the pregnant woman, but I think
No, the
that's
pregnant
right.
woman.
I think Ratatouille is a mecha anime.
Ratatouille.
Oh, I agree that Ratatouille is a mecha anime.
Yeah, I mean, in Evangelion, they're not robots either. They're flesh mecha there as well. So Attack on Titan can
Exactly.
totally be a mecha.
Is it?
I guess the only thing is the mechas like don't stick around. They come from the people, so maybe not.
Yeah.
It's debatable.
Hmm.
Ratatouille, though, yeah. He pilots him. He pilots him. That's the weirdest mecha comparison I've ever heard, and I love it, Sonny.
Oh my god. What's your favorite mecha anime? Oh, Ratatouille? Right.
Yes.
Just to confuse
my
people. Yeah, Sunny, Zaya, neither
What's
of you have
the-
remakes you'd want?
I'm still thinking. I got nothing.
Okay,
I just
take your
wanted
time.
to know what you guys thought.
I said Yu Yu Hakusho earlier. Maybe
Right.
like Flame of Rekka too.
Flame of Wreck, I haven't thought about that in forever.
I don't even remember the storyline, but I remember liking it so much. And Rave too.
Rave?
Oh my god. Rave Master?
Rave Master?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Ah,
I
god.
haven't thought about Rave Master in forever. I only think about that when I see people talking about Fairy Tail.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh man. When you said
I
Flame
see.
of Rekka, something. Oh, Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. I could go for a remake of that too.
Oh yeah, please.
do you guys actually understand the ending though? Because I don't think I did.
No.
I don't think I did.
Maybe more of a remake.
But what if we watch it now, we would understand.
Quite
it.
possible. Unless it's just really dumb. But yeah, I could go for a remake of that. Oh, so many people in chat have good ideas. Triple X Holic, yes. Jigoku
Yes.
Shoujo, yes. Sec-
Shoujo, please.
Second season of Death Parade, yeah, let's go. All of these are good
let's
go.
ideas. But what were you asking, Hyuna? Sorry.
Wait, talking about like weird storylines. Do you guys remember Kami, or do you guys know Kami Tamokari?
Is that the vampire girl?
No, that's the Mahou Shoujo.
Mahou
I think.
Shoujo.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I don't think I watched that one, no.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god, the eyes are so big.
I know. Yeah, her eyes is very big. It was like a fairly popular shoujo in Indonesia at the time, I think.
Yeah,
Ah.
Yeah.
but the storyline goes to turn into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but basically there's something about bloodlines and your current girlfriend being your mother or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the Subasa Reservoir thing again.
Yeah.
Why is there two shower on? I don't get it.
Tsubasa Reservoir, Vampire Night.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, somebody brought up Zombie Loan. I haven't heard of that in ages. Did you guys ever
What
watch
is that?
Zombie Loan?
Oh,
That's really
Zombie Loan?
old. It was like, I remember just, there was one zombie who had a samurai sword, and I think a human who had a gun, and they were fighting against monsters. I remember like nothing about it, other than
That
they were
sounds
able
fucking
to.
sick.
Yeah. Gun and sword, you know, it's going to be good. I'm pretty sure they could like remove their own hands and trade them with each other or something.
Oh, that's dope.
I can't remember. It was really interesting at the time.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, do any of you watch Blood Plus?
I actually liked Blood Plus.
I think
I
I
like
did, but I don't
that.
remember.
Haven't seen it.
Wait, I need to Google this because I always get confused between like Blood Plus and Blood C.
I think like I watched it, but the plot line kind of went by me. All I remember is that it's about vampires and
And
main
and
character.
katanas.
katanas.
Yeah.
The girl has short hair and everything, and she has her own, I don't know, Sebastian Michaelis, I think, something. Because I keep on seeing Chad keep bringing up Black Butler, so I'm like, oh god, Chad.
He does look a lot like Sebastian Michaelis for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Hyuna fits the whole universe of Black Butler.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, your personality question mark.
My personality.
I mean, I've seen
Think
some of your
Shona would make a good
ASMR.
butler?
What's my personality? British? What do you mean?
British is not a personality.
That's not a personality. Don't decide somebody's personality is just their accent or something.
now
No,
I
mean,
remember
what
Blood
do you
Plus.
mean?
It's just
Like,
your
what do you mean?
atmosphere. It's just your atmosphere. You've got like that very
Right?
dominating kind of atmosphere for sure.
What?
Like you would totally rock
going
the
on?
whole Yana Tobuso art style, Hyuna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean. What is going on?
Yoda's just like, explain yourself, how dare you?
I know, I was like, what do you mean?
But yeah, now that I looked it up, like Blood Plus, I thought, yeah, it was like linked to Blood the Last Vampire, the movie. I remember freaking loving that movie when I was a kid. Oh man, the whole like vampire taking on other vampires with a samurai sword was like the coolest thing at that point in my life.
Cool idea. What the hell?
Mm. And then yeah, Blood Plus happened, and then Blood C happened, and they're all like, I think they're just like reimagined universes based off the same thing. Unless I'm imagining it. I need to look up Blood C as well, but Blood Plus is definitely just based off of Blood the Last Vampire.
I don't don't think I remember it at all. I just remembered watching it like once or twice and then no more.
The one thing I remember about Blood Sea was the giant bunnies that appeared and put people in blenders and shit.
What?
Yeah.
It's twisted.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they got very gruesome towards the end of that series.
Oh, God. Props to the voice actors and actresses, though. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, the visuals of that show were great.
Yeah. Hearing them, though. Oh my God.
It's all part of the fun. It's all part of the fun.
It's part of why sometimes watching Made in Abyss is kind of difficult for me.
Why? It's so
Because
good.
no, I love it. I absolutely love Made in Abyss, but I started out reading the reading it, right. Then when the anime came out, I watched it, and on the more gruesome scenes, I forgot like, wow, there's this thing called sounds.
Oh yeah, true.
Now you
true.
can hear the characters scream in pain. You know.
Yeah, you can really hear them expressing the pain.
Mm,
You don't just read the words, you hear them.
Yeah, actually true.
because you hear them, you feel them, and because it's like so many young, vulnerable characters as well. And the body horror in that show is so real when you start to think about it as well.
Yeah.
They deal with that really well.
I remember talking about Made in Abyss like not too long ago. I think with like stuff son, and then they say like, I think it's kind of like the author's fetish lines up with yours, Zia, and I was like, what? Maybe.
Staff son just calling you out like that.
Yeah.
I was just, you know what, Zia, maybe it's you.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Did any of you ever watch, because I saw this chat comment, Kyokai no Kanata Beyond the Boundary?
Oh,
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Loved
Hey,
that show.
isn't that in the same hang on, isn't that in like the same sort of universe as Fate and Tsukihime and so on?
Really?
I don't think
Is
so.
Is that? Oh no, I'm thinking of Kara no Kyokai. Fuck.
Kara no
No,
Kyokai,
remember-
the movies are
Oh,
amazing,
Kara no
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Kyokai no Kanata, that's the one with the blood
Yes.
weapons. I remember
Yeah,
that
the
now,
girl who
yeah.
can control blood, and the guy who's like interesting later on, but seems normal.
Yeah.
I watched half of it just waiting. Come on, guy, be interesting. Are you gonna be interesting?
Just like poking him, like, come on, do something. You got it. And has that amazing, but really out of nowhere idol dance episode where it feels like Kyo Annie just wanted to show off their Sakuga animation. They were like, Come on,
Yeah, that was
someone-
so out of
Yeah.
place. What the hell?
someone hire us to make a dancing idol anime. We will rock this shit.
But they really did, though, with all the fluid battles and stuff.
They really did. The
Yeah.
storyline was a bit confusing.
Yeah, I feel that. Only thing I remember about that was fantastic character designs of like the main girl, and like there was one other. I don't know, there were like a few girls in there that I really liked. They were very cute.
I loved the woman who like they sold things to, the bits that they got from the demon. She looked so cool. And I think she had like a fox spirit with her. So I'm imagining
I
that.
remember that. Yeah. You're right.
You're right.
Yeah, the character
Yeah,
designs
that's
were
good.
great. I only tend to always go all in on the character designs, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kara no Kyokai is amazing as well. That's so dark. Shiki with the death eyes.
I watched it. I don't remember it.
Oh, that's fair. It's a little bit less
Flew by.
memorable than some of the other ones. Wait, what'd you say, Yona?
I was saying the plot kind of flew by me as well. I
Yeah,
remember watching it, but it's just like, what was it about again?
yeah. At least the main plots of the movies are kind of just like they're kind of separated, right? You just kind of get like the main story of Shiki and some of the other characters between them as well, and they build up. But yeah, I quite liked them, and some of the action scenes in that were incredible. I can't remember which movie it was, but Shiki like fighting her way through an apartment building, doing mad backflips and shit. Oh, so good. And the idea of the death eyes, just being able to see like essentially lines on people's bodies and like pressure points where you could just stab them and break their body apart is so cool.
Ah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yo, somebody brought up Log Horizon. Did you guys watch that one?
Yo.
Oh, Lock
Yeah,
Horizon.
I love it.
I haven't
Oh.
seen so many of these. I need to go back into anime. I haven't watched anything new either for so long.
Nice. Me too.
I have been going on a I have a period of where I don't want to watch anime at all.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
was burned out for a
really-
long time.
Yeah, it's an anime burnout. Like I had those for a long time, but then I'm back.
Mm. I'm at that point now finally as well where I'm like, I want to watch more anime. I want to get more of this in my head.
Ah,
Ready to get back into it. I've been kind of feeling like that recently. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice. Let's watch anime.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's watch anime. I think I remember there was a time when it kind of almost became a competition.
Really?
Because like, especially for like newer animes, because everybody wants to be the most up to date with like the newer episodes and everything, and sometimes I just don't have the energy to keep up with it, right? But if I don't watch it, then there's a big potential that when I go to Twitter or I just talk to with my friends, there's a big potential I might get spoiled on it.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
So-
It's not about the competition, it's about the spoilers.
Yeah.
It gets really tiring, and I think there was a point where I also went like, you know what, I'll just stop watching. I'm so burnt out. I'll stop watching for a bit.
Yeah, because they were just making too much anime at one point. I feel like it was
Yeah.
like 2016, 2017 kind of thing. They were making like
Yeah.
60 anime per season.
Yeah, it seemed like they were airing so many at the same time. Like, where did all these new studios come from? I didn't even know they had that many animators in the world.
Yeah.
True. And like there's some seiyus that goes for like 5 series in one season. And I
Yeah.
just keep hearing their voice and I got tired of it even though they sound so great because they're everywhere literally and they're all the main characters.
Who's the one that does Eren Yeager?
Oh,
I think that's Kajiyuki.
Kajiyuki.
There's a period
Kajiyuki
of all
is the
Kajiyukis.
one.
Fucking everything, man.
He's the one for me that was like-
Everything.
Kajiyuki and Hanakana, because they have very
Yeah.
memorable voices.
Yeah.
And they're not.
And Hiroshi Kamiya too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all so prominent.
Mm. And then there are some people I just never get bored of. Like if I hear Ono Daisuke in something,
I love that guy.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Like I can hear him in everything and it's fine. He does different characters every time, so it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has
there's,
good
like,
range.
different characters.
Mm.
Mm.
Meanwhile, I feel like when it comes to Kajiyuki, it's just always, how long is it going to be until he does
More
the
or less
Eren
the
Yeager
same.
scream?
Yeah.
He always plays like the main angsty character who screams a lot.
I remember
Yeah.
watching a clip of like a Muggy live Seiyu show where just I forgot who he plays there, the Alibaba, is it?
Oh
And then he
yeah.
just screams out the Titan thing because he was voicing both characters at the same time.
Oh, no. Okay.
I see.
I love those Seiyu events. They seem to have so much fun with them.
No. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, I think, with them because like I love their work, but also they're everywhere. And it's so easy to recognize their voice. It's like, wow, this summer a new anime. Let me hear the Seiyu. It's like, oh no, I recognize this voice.
Yeah, you
My
get.
immersion. I keep thinking of different characters.
Especially when they play like so many of the same character. Like, oh, if they're always like the cutesy girl character, it's like, oh god, no, I'm just seeing
Yeah.
every one of those characters at the same time when I hear your voice. I close my
Yeah.
eyes, I just forget this is a new anime and remember old seasons.
Mm.
Ugh.
Certain voice actors get very typecast for like a specific character archetype.
Yeah. Even if they're like
It's
really
kinda
good at
sad,
the job.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I know that they can play other characters, but they already have this certain stereotype that they always get casted for.
Mm.
Oh, someone joined?
Oh,
Taka.
Huh.
Hello.
Taka.
Hello, Taka.
Taka.
Oh, are you guys talking about the anime?
Yeah.
We are
Yes.
talking about
You
anime.
You wanna read
Would you
out
care
with
to
us?
join us?
Oh, hell yeah.
You wanna join the anime club?
Oh my god, where can I sign in?
We're looking for new members.
Yeah, yeah,
Just sign here. You need to help us save our club, or the school council's gonna shut us down.
Oh no.
So we're gonna need like $5 signing up fee. So yeah,
Oh god.
What? $5? I paid 20.
yeah, because like we every weekend we talk about animes in like Denny's
What
or
about the
something,
sensei? What about this? Do we have like the the sensei that's in charge of the club?
Oh, I think it's Fuchan.
Yeah.
That would be me. I am the sensei. Yes,
Even the sensei is not talking.
I am also hip with the children, yes. I did not just make this club to talk about my favorite animes. Don't worry about it. Anyway, keep enjoying yourselves, kids. I'm just here to listen. Yeah. Okay.
Nerd.
You guys think you can out-nerd me? Kagateku I got that snort down pat.
The snort was perfect.
Yeah.
The snort was perfect.
Oh, Taka, what was your first anime and your favorite anime? We're judging you harshly, so make it fun.
It's going to be
Anime council.
It's going to be a
Animal
very sucky
council.
story.
No.
Actually, like like people get interested to like Doraemons and stuff, right? But the one that really clicks me was, it's kind of embarrassing to tell.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, it's Hayate the Combat Butler.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go!
Oh, yeah.
I remember laughing my ass off at that first episode where Santa shows up. They're like explaining how poor he
You're
is.
poor. Santa didn't bring toys to poor kids.
Santa, why do I never get toys? Santa just literally walks through the snow to him. It's because you're poor. Now get out of here. So good. Why would you be embarrassed about that? That's a great start. Let's go.
I don't know, many people at that time people were all talking about Naruto and Bleach and some stuff. But that's like
big three.
the first one that makes me clicks on anime, I guess. And it's kind of hard for it being the first time because it has so many reference to things. Because of that, I need to check on things.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. But because of that, I explored another titles and series.
So that like got
Just
you
one-
into a bunch of others. That was me with like Osamatsu-san. Even though I'd watched a ton of anime by then, it referenced so many like old school anime as well as the new ones.
I definitely feel that because I think one of my first like more hardcore anime was Haruhi and Lucky Star, and they were very referential. So yeah, I had to like, it made me interested in like the anime culture behind it. I started to research and start watching more like diverse stuff.
Yeah.
I remember how.
Star.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember how confused I was the first time I watched
Yeah.
Lucky Star, and the entire like first 15 minutes is just not even a shot of them, a shot of the bottom half of them while they discussed the best way to eat a pastry.
Yeah, the Choco Hornet.
Oh my god. I
my
have a confession. I have never watched Lucky Star and Suzumiya
okay.
Haruhi.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I tried watching Lucky Star pretty early, but then I couldn't understand a lot of the references, and I just remember my friend telling me that I need to be more of a weeb, so I did.
You need to be more of a
Kind of a
enjoy
weeb,
this
Fiona.
full heart.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna weep myself now.
Yeah.
Anime club.
You're not weeb enough to be around us. You need to Naruto run at least 3 miles a day. Get your act together.
Sorry, Sensei.
I can't even run 1 kilometer. What are you talking about?
You're right. You need to Naruto run for about 30 meters and then do the Devilman Crybaby run for about 5 meters because that'll fuck up your spine, but good luck.
The Devilman
That's the
Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby run.
Oh, let me
It's
find you an
the-
image. It's the worst. It's down on
The
all
worst run.
4s.
It's the,
The worst run for your
Very
posture
funny.
ever.
how does your spine survive that?
No idea.
Oh my
Is
God.
it all mechanical? That's why you survive it?
It's all mechanical.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Oh, okay. I remember this. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. That one.
That-
Oh
good.
man, the GIF makes it even better. Good luck surviving that one. At least the Naruto run is just silly.
So there's a Naruto
run
run.
is fun.
Naruto
Yeah.
run, Devilman Crybaby run, Titan run.
There's a Titan?
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean... Wait, which
What-
Titan?
which-
Which
Yeah,
title?
Title that goes.
It's the abnormal
Oh,
title one?
most of the time
the one
goes,
that runs like a schoolgirl.
That's what I was thinking about, Sonny.
The
I
one
was
that
thinking about
runs
the
like-
cute schoolgirl one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think I blame my early my early anime exposure to that one certain anime channels on the cables. Because of that, it exposed me to at first is Hayate, and then after that it goes to Haruhi, and then Nurario no Mago, and also Enhakani Koso.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bakatotes.
yeah. And also Bakatotes, yeah.
Yeah.
Nurarion. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I
What
don't
one?
remember it anymore.
Nurarion.
No, no.
Nurarion no
Oh,
Mago.
I remember.
It's about what is it, yokai?
Yeah.
It's very edgy for its time, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It is.
I remembered the name and I was like, which one? And then I saw the character with the giant white hair and I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the one that will always face like the left side.
Yeah.
The
Whenever
ear
he's
is edgy.
standing.
Nura, Rise of the Yokai. Nice.
Yeah, that's the English title for it. Like that.
Yeah. I'm not weeb enough to remember the Japanese name for that one. I was like, I know this from somewhere.
Sensei, how could you not remember the
Sensei?
Japanese title?
Sensei, we're
You can
disappointed
borrow
in
my
you.
throwing star sensei. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I've let you down. I'll go do my 30 minutes of Naruto run to make up for it.
No.
Don't forget your Akatsuki code, sensei.
Oh, yes, of course. Where is my Hidden Leaf Village headband with, of course, the line through it because I'm edgy like Sasuke.
You're a traitor.
Oh, man. Why are we like this?
I don't know.
Anime broke us.
Anime broke us. But yeah, Taka, what's your favorite one? Or wait. Yeah, favorite one rather than first one.
Favorite.
If you have
Kinda
one.
hard.
Have like a
That's kind of
top
a hard
3, that's
question,
fine
isn't
too.
it?
Yeah, it really is. Like I had to think for a while to get my number 1, and now I just always go for Mushishi. But I feel like for a lot of people, it's like I have like a top 5-ish.
Sushi.
Yeah. Mushishi
Okay.
good.
We can go to another topic while I would think about it.
Okay.
He's actually gonna ruminate on it.
I'm
Just
gonna
break it out.
reminisce my childhood.
I thought you would break it out like the old diaries and seeing what you drew images of.
Yeah, I'll open my old like school materials book just to see on the scribbles what do I draw. What did I draw?
Yeah, just at the top or bottom corner of every page. For me, it was always Yo from Shaman King. That was like the easiest
Oh.
character to draw. Like those just 2 hair flips. That was it. Then you're good.
Yeah. Oh, did anybody watch or read Air Gear?
Oh,
I
me.
did.
I watched it on local television, but because it's like it's
Local
on a weird, it's censored heavily, and also it's a weird hour, so I never got to understand it like at all. But I remember like the edgy guy with like the multiple personalities.
Ah, yeah, it's Akito
Yeah.
Akito,
Yeah, that
Yep.
guy. Oh, he was so famous back
the
then.
edgy one with the iPads.
The one who,
Yeah.
had to be like
Yeah.
essentially in a straight jacket, even though it was just a bunch of belts. I loved the opening to that anime. It was so good.
Yeah, it's back on.
Back on. Oh my
Oh, yeah,
god.
back on.
Yeah. It was so good.
I forgot that it was aired in local television. How did they pass that? There's
It's,
so many
I think
friends.
it was aired. It was
Back
aired on
then.
like early morning, like 4 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
know the kids
yeah.
are asleep. Okay, good.
Yeah, they know the kids are asleep.
I used to
They
put some.
can see things jiggling while air skating.
I don't notice that back in the days.
Yeah,
I was
you
just
only notice
confused.
that once you grow up and hit a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to talk about apparently the best anime of all time. It's never fallen off of my anime list. It's number 1. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, yeah,
Is it
Fullmetal
the
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist or the Brotherhood one?
Currently it's Brotherhood, but it used to be
it's
Fullmetal
Brotherhood.
Alchemist. They fought for a while, but yeah, Brotherhood is number 1, and it has been for a while. Also, Suddy, could you hit me with that clip again?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
so
my
good.
god.
Oh my
We go into commercial break now.
That plus reverb would have been perfect. So good.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
How do you do that? That's so good.
Sunny's better, but which one did you guys prefer? Did you guys ever watch the original? Did you watch Brotherhood?
I watched both, although I
watched
barely
both.
remember the original.
Yeah, me too. I barely remember the original.
Me too.
I think I still
barely
prefer
remember the
Brotherhood.
original.
I think Brotherhood's better. I really like the original though. Like until they try to connect it to the real world. That's where I'm like,
Ah.
not sure about that.
Yeah.
Up until that, like it feels like it's telling such a good story though. Like you get really good character arcs on like greed and envy and sloth and everything towards the end.
Awesome. King Bradley.
Oh yeah.
King Bradley.
Then you watch Brotherhood and you're like, oh, this isn't what these characters are at all. They had no idea what was going on with like Hohenheim and everything. Hohenheim's arc in Brotherhood is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a cool character.
But to be fair, I can kind of understand why it has never fallen off the chartings. Because like I rewatch it a lot and it's still very entertaining to rewatch so many times.
Really good.
Yes.
It's really
Very good. Very easy to get into.
Mm-hmm.
It is. You can easily recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
would like it. It's not like a specific. You may like it, you may not thing.
Yeah.
It's just plain good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't lean too heavily into like shonen or drama. It doesn't get like too full of itself when it comes to the storyline and do too many arse pulls.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just a good storyline the whole way through. Like you instantly connect with the main characters when you find out what happened to them and why they did it and why they want to fix everything, like the mother and everything. It just keeps going and building. You just fall in love with all of the characters that it goes on.
Oh, okay. I think I got my top 5 without any particular order.
Oh, let's
Wow.
go.
Oh god. It's Brotherhood,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gurren Lagann,
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Evangelion
I haven't watched it.
with the
I'm a
Rebirth
listener.
one.
Oh.
Katekyo Hitman Reborn.
Yay!
I haven't thought about that in forever. Holy crap.
And wait, that was 4, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe Monogatari has as the whole
Yeah.
thing.
There you go.
I'm surprised we hadn't talked about Monogatari yet. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, back at the time when I first watched Monogatari series, it's like I didn't have any friends who are into anime.
Yeah,
I
it's so hard to
don't-
find people
Yeah,
that like
and-
that thing.
And people hated it. I don't know why.
It was very fast paced. And like,
Very
Mm.
brief.
I feel like it was made for you to own like the DVDs or Blu-rays as well, because there's just so many things hidden around every scene.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if people like pick up at the wrong time, like if people pick it up before the time skip arc, it's going to be really like confusing to them. So some people don't really like watch anime from the start, right? They
Mm.
just like choose like not all people, but some of them like try to watch any like a random episode and try to conclude if they will like it or not.
Yeah, and if you try to do
I
that with
can't do
Monogatari,
that.
yeah, you just
Yeah, you can't really do that. Yeah.
there are some shows you could actually do that
course
with,
there
but
is.
yeah, not.
Yeah, we were
most of
saying
them.
Mushishi you can pick up from any episode. I couldn't do that with something like Monogatari. I want to start from when it started airing.
Yeah, I always love airing order, even though many people's like
Chronological?
like they always like have this suggestions of how to watch the thing, right? But I always like the broadcast order because
Yeah, broadcast order.
yeah, even though the ones that being broadcast later is like on the earlier part of the story, I just like the idea of instead of I know it first, I like to like, oh, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'd
Yeah.
say. Like,
Feeling. Yeah.
I think there is some value to rewatching it in chronological order, but definitely superior in broadcast order because that's the way that the directors and the creators intended it to be watched.
I feel like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one thing that's like a bit of out of order if you watch it from broadcast order is the movie, like Neko Monogatari. I feel like that one
that's
maybe
fair,
you need to
yeah.
watch like immediately
that's
after
fair.
the Neko arc. For me personally, but yeah, I think everything else you're right. Like watching it broadcast order, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I think even though Kizumonogatari is chronologically like the first, I believe.
Yeah.
Like I feel like leaving it for the last just like brings it all together, and like you can see
I
where it all
know.
started.
I don't think I will feel.
Oh my
I will
God.
felt the same excitement watching Kizu
Yeah,
if
that's
I
true,
don't
that's
watch
true.
like the whole thing first.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like it's really like well made with all the directions and the animations. It just like gonna make you respect the materials more.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever try to watch Haruhi in the proper
You
order?
should know. You should know
I
that
watched it in
watch.
chronological later.
Yeah, I watch
Oh,
it
no.
in chronological order, and in television, so it once a week, and I watch the whole thing once a week.
Oh my
Once a
God.
week, I saw the Endless Eight.
That sounds painful.
Oh,
No,
shit.
you went through Endless 8. I got through like 3 episodes and stopped. Oh
Yeah,
man.
it was on the
Watched them
TV. I can just I can just what's now what's with this week? Oh, the same thing. Maybe there's something a little bit different. We're going to wait for the next week then.
They
Next
played
week.
this last week.
Oh, it's the same thing. Maybe there's something going to be different. No,
No.
wait for the next week then. But
They-
it's okay. It's an experience of its own.
Yeah.
I don't really.
I powered through it.
It was a good idea
Yeah.
for them to do the whole thing where like they changed up who was animating it and who directed the episode. Like that changed it slightly and made it interesting from like a one standpoint. But yeah, I couldn't watch that fully. That would kill me.
Man, they could have just made it into one episode, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate what they were trying to do.
I think if they'd just made it like 2 or 3 episodes, it might have been fine. But literally doing 8 of them, oh my god.
I think
Yeah,
that's the point. Like, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's to
Yeah,
make it like
Trying
really
to make
hurt
it
you.
meaningful.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
an idea behind that was they were trying to like sort of put you through the same pain that Nagato was going through, so it made the movie more impactful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's also like exactly to give the idea of the weight of the people that needs to go through all of that over and over and over again.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
constantly
yeah.
stuck in the loop. Oh, yeah, they were brave for that, but I still think it was a mistake.
Yeah, still, I don't know, risky move. I respect
Risky
it. though.
move.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta respect
Good
it.
good thing it was released back then.
Yeah.
Not
Like
not
these
much of
days,
Twitter, not much of Twitter.com.
Before Twitter blew up.
Twitter and
also-
TikTok, yeah.
Oh, aside from that, I really enjoy if you guys know Nodame Cantabile.
Yes.
That's the piano one, right?
Yes, the piano girl.
I think
And also the conductor boy.
I never watched the anime, but I watched the live action drama.
Oh, the live action is really good.
It is
That's
good.
the one
Live
time I
action was
watched a
cute.
live. I was watching live action and I was thinking, wait, this is actually really good
Yeah.
for adapting. And actually, I might like the live action better a little bit.
Oh, yo, that's rare. It's rare a live action actually does.
Yeah, it's
better
a
than
rare
the original.
occurrence.
I really liked it though, yeah, and because of that, I
Yeah,
just
that
never
was my-
bothered to watch the anime.
That was my first exposure to like classical music, I think.
Same. Anime's gotten me into a lot of weird things like that. Like I remember watching. It's Kami something. I think it's like the God's Drops or something. That's all about like being a sommelier and how like wine works. I remember that at a live action
Oh.
drama too. Like I only know the basic rules of shogi because of March comes in like a lion
Ah,
Ah.
and Chihaya Fudu. Oh god, teaching you the
but
card
yeah,
game
it is
Karuta.
so good.
Yeah. The anime is really good at that. Like they've got so many different storylines by this point. You can watch so many different things.
Yeah, I'll never thought in my life I would be excited for a Karuta match.
Exactly. Oh man.
Like when I was watching it, I was like, why is my heart racing watching people playing like
Art.
cards with poems?
Oh
It's okay.
man.
I got I try to learn rollerblading when I watch Air Gear, so
So did
you fly with
I.
it? Did you fly with it?
Oh, the anime
No,
that
I-
aired at the time like would influence what you like. Like when you watch Kuroko no Basket, you will try basketball, and then when you watch Haikyuu, you're gonna wanna try
Oh.
volleyball.
That
Yeah.
was literally me this morning. I was starting to read Blue Lock, right?
Ah.
Oh my god.
It makes me really want to play football, even though I'm so fragile at this time of the year.
That's what.
Just don't get tackled, forehead. You'll be fine.
I know. I just need to smell my goal
Oh man.
Smell your
and devour
goal.
the other players, I guess.
Oh man. Oh, did you guys ever watch Guilty Crown? I haven't thought about that in forever.
Yeah, I remember that, man.
What did you guys think
The music's good.
about?
The music's good.
The music was incredible, yeah. I still listen to some of the songs from that.
Yeah.
Yuki Sawano, of course it's
So
good.
everything
No.
that makes me wrong. I'm yours.
I don't
Sorry.
know what is it about Guilty Crown's premise that was so cool to me. Maybe it's like the whole pulling out weapons from your chest or something that was like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, I wonder what
Yeah.
my weapon is. You know.
Yeah.
I remember loving that in like Shining Tears X Wind way back in the day as well. Oh man. I think they've done that in like a lot of series, just like, yeah, ripping a weapon out of somebody else. They make it look like so sensual when it happens as well.
Yeah.
Oh god! Now that you mention it,
They do, right?
Yeah.
They
There's this
do,
one
actually.
with this one anime that the power was from like I don't know.
What?
What is it, Taka?
Hey yo.
It's
What
from
is it?
like a
I-
very specific ritual from the other person.
I think I know what.
I
you're
think I know what you're
about.
talking about, Taka.
Okay, I need to know what's going on here. Somebody
Taka,
explain.
does the anime start with the letter Q?
Yes, QRS.
Is the initial S, N, and Q?
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! Why do I know that?
Oh,
Do we have a new
Quasar.
member of the anime club?
Oh
God.
no, not the
You
Quasar.
Leslie.
No,
Are
the
you interested in joining the
Quasar.
anime club,
Hello,
Mr.
would you like to
England?
join the anime club? Mister, we need one more member to save our school.
Welcome,
$5
Ike.
for the entry fee.
My first question for you is, what's your first anime and what's your favorite anime, or top 3? We will judge you harshly.
I'm loving that ass.
We do. We love our sensei.
No, Fulgur, I even have an emote that's me doing that exact pose.
Yeah, I love that pose. It's
My
actually supposed to be
first-
like it's actually supposed to be like the cutest of Sakamoto, but I always whip it out for like that.
Sakamoto desu.
Hello, everybody. Yes, it's lovely to see you today.
The snort.
This part is perfect.
I love Sakamoto desu so much. So
It's
one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Funny as hell, man.
yeah, it's so good.
My first show. That's a good question. It might have been just like everybody else. I think it might have been Pokemon because I remember specifically how I discovered Pokemon.
Oh, how did you
How?
specifically discover
how did you
Pokemon? That
discover?
sounds interesting.
It was a traumatic experience
Oh
Oh.
no.
Nice.
Oh,
no.
because, on Saturday mornings there's like cartoons on the telly.
Yes.
And when it comes to me, my favorite was the '90s Spider-Man cartoon. The
I
one with the really
love that.
bagging theme song.
Hell
Yeah, it did.
And one day. No, that's older.
What?
Radioactive Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I don't even know that one.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's
Who
really
knows
good.
what I'm talking about?
yeah. Same as time as like the 90s X-Men cartoon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I loved those. Sorry, go
But
ahead.
One morning when I was heading up, gonna watch things on the telly at like early in the morning, and Spider-Man didn't come on.
Oh
It was
no.
this weird thing that I've never heard about called Pokemon, and I was so upset that I cried.
Oh,
And I- So I wanted my
Spider-Man.
I wanted my Spider-Man so bad. So I was so sad, so upset about that. But then I just like watched it because there was nothing else to do. But I wasn't happy about it. I didn't want to enjoy it. I was like pouting and everything. And then I was just like, oh no, this slaps.
This is taking away my Spider-Man. And you know what? It's pretty good, actually. It's okay.
That's how I was introduced to Pokemon, and I have never been the same.
Oh, let's go. Happy in your first anime as well. That's pretty funny. Your first experience was just
What
like
a
shortly after that.
backstory though.
Sailor Moon right after that. Based. That's great. You didn't get into Dragon Ball Z around the same time?
I did get into Dragon Ball a couple of years later because that's when I understood what anime and manga was. Because before that, I just watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon, and it just didn't register as anything different in my
You
head.
just think, oh, it's cartoons. I don't realize there's anything like, different about the production or anything.
Yeah.
Because it was all dubbed, I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, it was just Saturday morning cartoons along with the rest of them.
Yeah, it wasn't until like I started like understanding what manga was, and I found out that, oh my god, a lot of the things that I've been enjoying are manga and anime. Holy crap. And then I started reading the Dragon Ball manga because it was one of the few mangas that actually got localized over here.
The manga was actually really good, man. I really liked the Dragon Ball story better than Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Is it the one with what's that guy's name? The one that throw pillars and fly on top of it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bye, yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
There's a lot of things I like the manga for. Yeah.
They did really good.
It's just like a drawback of animations. Like you have to cut corners and drag things out for like budget reasons, especially. In
8 episodes of Goku and Frieza screaming at each other on planet Namek while it was supposed to explode in 15 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, wasn't that just because they were catching up to the manga and like, okay, we gotta stall, boys?
Yeah. They were like, we need to at least finish this arc. Come on, we can do this. Believe in
even
Toriyama
if that was the
Sensei.
case, like just fucking like, can you? Is it not possible to just put the animation on hold for a minute until they catch up?
Why I know that some shows do that, but other times they paid
the
a
show must
lot
go on
for that time slot.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And they gotta have a show there to get their ratings.
Then they had like, the whole like, when it came to Naruto and Bleach, they did the whole like, oh, we're running out of manga. Okay, it's filler time. Where they just do like a whole season of something that never happened in the manga.
No, you don't understand. When I was watching the original run of Naruto, like I was committing to that because I wanted to get the stupid in. But I didn't know that everything that happens after Naruto versus Sasuke in the valley is non-canon.
Filler for like
I watched 120 episodes of nothing. Nothing.
120?
Yeah, Naruto was notorious for just dragging things out with filler. They started the fillers early on, like even right after the, I forget their name, Zabuza and someone. After that, they had like a filler pretty much immediately. Haku, right? Zabuza and Haku. Yeah. They have like a little filler.
I like them.
I liked them a lot. They were cool. But yeah, I remember they do really cool. Throughout the fillers, they do so many things where it's just like, and here's a character for Naruto to like feel some compassion with, where it's like, oh, everybody called me a monster, so I became a monster, but I'm not really a monster. They redid that storyline, I swear to God, like 15 times.
And every time you see that gosh forsaken swing.
Oh God.
The flashback. I remember that.
You call me a monster.
The fillers get sometimes really ridiculous because you know how the whole arc of Naruto, Sasuke basically betraying the Hidden Leaf and him leaving and everything, and the time skip. Sometimes the filler gets ridiculous because look, Naruto, you know your best friend is out there, a criminal, and you're supposed to find him and everything, and here you are in the village, and somebody's coming up to you and it's like, Naruto, I need a new menu for my ramen restaurant or something. I cannot believe. Why? Oh my God.
I liked the episode where he drank
the side quests in Rise of a Ninja.
I liked the episode where he drank expired milk, and the whole episode was him just trying to not get diarrhea in front of people.
and also the one that tried to reveal like Kakashi's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It
That
turned
was,
out.
that was admittedly pretty funny. Or the episode where Shino, who never emotes whatsoever, drinks a laughing potion.
Oh right, I remember
Oh
that.
yeah,
that was really funny.
That's funny.
Fillers can be good sometimes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Fillers have some good moments. It's just sometimes it's like, just take it off. Just like let us watch the main story.
Just continue. Your best friend needs you or something.
Yeah.
The worst part is like the filler wasn't even honest about it being filler. Sometimes they're talking like, oh, we have a clue where to Sasuke is, and you're like on the edge of the scene. Like, finally, they have a clue.
Yeah.
Let's see where this leads. But you don't know that this isn't in the manga. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Oh,
Naruto,
God.
I have a clue. Sasuke is from the Uchiha clan. Oh, EP.
No.
Say now.
Did you know the Uchiha clan all died? Naruto's just like, yes, I heard that 5 times already. Thank you. I believe it. Oh.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard that's Naruto related, because one of my favorite English voice actors, Crispin Freeman, he plays
Ooh.
Itachi in the English dub.
Yeah.
And I remember at a convention where somebody asked him a question like, can you answer this in character? And he was like, sure thing. And he said, Itachi, what would you do for a Klondike bar? And he just leaned into the mic and went, why do you think I killed my clan?
The real story is revealed.
Yeah. And I lost my mind at that.
Talking about like the original runs of Naruto, not the Shippuden ones, I really like the Sasuke retrieval arc, the ones that they go like fighting Orochimaru's ninjas one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
one by
feels like
one.
very, what is it? The stakes is really high. You can just know that this kid isn't that good.
Mm.
Yeah.
They just trying their best to fight them one by one, even if their lives get taken by them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but back then watching that, it feels really like intense for me.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that each of those boys got their butt beaten really
I
Yes.
thought they were genuinely gonna die.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's what got
the
me.
thing.
Especially like when it came to Choji, he had that moment of like taking the potion
I
that
know,
was
the
supposed to
bills,
kill
the
him.
freaking
Bills
bills.
and everything. Oh my god.
That was like,
Joey.
oh, he completed his character arc and they said he's gonna die. So many people have just died. So many of the people we cared about. And they were all fine. It was just-
That's why I like shows that sort of had the guts to just like, yeah, major character death just happens out of the blue.
I love that
Akame
shit.
Just die.
Yeah. Kamega kill? Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Not the head.
Akame ga Kill couldn't stop doing
Yeah,
it.
the shit
I
hits
know.
the fan.
Akame ga Kill was one of those things where I'm just like, you know, I know that there's many issues that I have with this, but I'm having so much fun that I don't care.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I said about like Angel Beats earlier. It was like, it's completely flawed. At the same time, it made me cry like a bitch and will continue to make me cry like a bitch anytime I
like
rewatch
it's
it.
the thing with Angel Beats.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorite works out of Key, but like Key has much stronger stories. But Angel Beats, when it hits,
It hits.
oh my god, does it
It
hit?
hits hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It makes you cry. Yeah.
When you think that the saddest moment happened mid show, and you're just like, okay, that was the emotional climax. It's not gonna get much worse than that. And then you get to the last episode, and all you need is an ear against a chest to have your heart shatter.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to keep it vague. to not spoil
No, that's
anything.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
I just talked about like, yeah, the graduation in general destroyed
Yeah.
me. They draw that out so much. It's so powerful. What did you guys think about Clannad?
Oh,
Oh god.
wait,
I have
Dango,
I was holding. I think
dango,
watching
dango,
that, I think I was holding on like really good. I think okay, this is fine. But I don't know why. I think it's very personal. The moment they try to tell the story about the dad,
Mm.
it's hit me on a very like weird and personal level.
Oh no.
Mm.
Clannad will
and also
forever have us.
and also the moments with the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
that
watched
was-
Yeah,
that.
and what Clannad has over so many other stories is after story. The fact that
After
you get to
stories,
see
oh,
what
God,
happens
it's so good.
after. You get to
Oh,
see
I've
man,
them
seen it for a
watch
long
it.
time, but
like go like live their lives together and the challenges that come with that, and you're just like, thank
Oh
you.
no, Ushio.
That's the thing. Clannad didn't do anything to me. It was like, oh, this is a cute little fluffy harem story. And then After Story came out and it hit so hard. Like, the first thing that really hit me was just fucking Tomoya working his first full-time job, coming home and trying to be nice and just like
I know.
falling asleep. And it was like so real. It's like, oh God.
Oh no.
Or the fact that he like works so hard and tries to hide his injury.
Mm. So sweet.
feels
It's so
too
real.
real.
It's so human. Yeah. They don't mess around with like trying to make, well, they do get into the overly dramatic stuff later. Most of it, like that point is just like, oh yeah, no, this is what actual like being an adult is. It's painful. Oh, I loved After Story so much. And the music throughout that series the whole way through is good. The ending songs are so good. Jisana Te no
yes.
Hira. Oh God.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
Any of you like actually following? I mean, reading or watch Gintama?
I followed Gintama. I haven't actually followed it up all the way to the end. I did though. Midway up until,
I think
like,
that's
the
the
movie.
only thing that could like one mini arc I could like laughing my whole ass off, and then after like 2 episodes after that I cry and cannot go to sleep because of how depressing and sad the thing is.
Yeah, and Saju.
yeah, I watched like the first 50 episodes or something a long time ago. I barely remember it.
The
But I
first
know-
50.
You got way
Yeah, I
further
know.
than me.
I didn't feel too strongly about the first 50. I hear it gets
Yeah.
better later, but
The first like serious arc starts around like 70 if I remember. That's
Okay.
that's like the hook line.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked to my chat multiple times about this because they keep calling me out for not watching Gintama. I always get like I always get like
It's okay,
10 to 12
Fulgur.
episodes through, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't. Like that, knowing there's another 60 episodes to go before the storyline properly kicks in. Nah. What were you saying, Ike?
Fulgur, it's okay. I haven't seen a single episode of Gintama.
It's okay.
It's alright.
It's genuinely
Okay,
sad because I know it's supposed to be like one of the best stories out there. The comedy, I've told my chat this before. I'm a bit of a trader. I've watched random episodes that are specifically like comedy filler episodes. Like the one
It's
where,
okay if you watch it.
the one where he's trying to transport a dead body. And they're, like
That's good.
on trucks and shit. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Ooh, I saw somebody bring up a tearjerker in chat.
Oh, let's go.
花の名前は、僕たちはまだ
Oh,
知らない。
Anohana.
Yo, they went for the full name. Let's go.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
it wasn't full kanji too.
Doesn't that come like in a full tearjerker package with Clannad and also an Angel Beats?
Yeah.
It
I guess a
did.
trio.
The thing with Anohana, everybody kept warning me about like how sad it was gonna get, and like I felt the sadness there, but mainly I thought that the whole thing was really heartwarming, and just seeing these
Yeah.
friends
like
like
bittersweet
reconnect
ending,
over
though.
this thing, and then the last episode hits.
Mm.
The
Ow!
heartwarming is like it builds up to the sadness at the end.
Seeing the characters grow so much. And then watching them tear each other down occasionally. But then grow again. And then just, yeah, the whole like, Mitsuke-ta.
Not the M word.
So powerful. I loved that one.
And the closure.
Oh, do you guys watch Erased?
Oh
I-
yeah.
yeah.
I remember that,
Love
yeah.
it.
It broke
God.
me.
God, the moment like at the the last few of the last episodes, they changed the opening that you can see like on the crack of the glass in split second who's the
Oh,
guy is the person is. It's oh god. It
That was really good. I liked
That's
them
really good.
using Rewrite. Like, that's such a banger opening song.
I know.
I hadn't heard Asian Kung Fu Generation in so long until that anime dropped, and it was like, let's go. Oh, man. 'Cause they used to do, like, all of the anime. Back when I first started watching anime, all of the openings. They had, like, Fullmetal Alchemist, Bleach, and Naruto all in one go.
I know. I really like. Oh, it's I first know them from like Naruto and also Bleach, like. But the moment they use like the finale for the Shippuden arc, using that their songs. This was like mind-boggling to me.
Makes you love it, yeah.
Yeah, the blood circulator one.
Did you guys ever watch Plastic Memories?
Yeah.
I don't. Why don't I watch the teardrop?
I just
What is
immediately
that?
broke Ike. This was just like a one-season thing. It was about a robot android who would go around and...
Oh, I know.
Was their thing literally just shutting down robots at the end of their span? Was that what
Yeah,
it was?
at the end
Oh,
of their-
that
Yeah.
sounds sad. No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a
I love
minute,
the opening
did
songs
I
for it.
watch
Oh, like the opening is so beautiful. But to summarize shortly about what it is, it's about this. Okay, so it's in the future, and humanity has been able to, or just one company has been able to synthesize souls that they put in androids called Giftias, who are almost like entirely human in like appearance and mannerisms, and they're just like people, but they have an expiration date after like 10 years or so.
Oh no.
So when they start to expire, like they need to be retrieved. Because if they go past the expiration date, they can go like berserk and like lead to like a lot of terrible things.
Yeah.
So there's
Wait,
this.
I think I watched it.
Yeah, so you get to spend time with a retrieval service, and their mission is to, as humanely as possible, retrieve these androids from their families and have them say this. But because they have been with them usually for over 10 years, would you just let somebody who's still, in your eyes, functioning and acting like a normal person, just let them go and never see them again?
Exactly.
So it becomes the
Really
whole
no.
deal of like trying to convince them like we need to do this.
It's time
But
to let go, yeah.
Yeah, it's even just the first episode, it breaks people. I've seen it happen.
Mm. So powerful.
And then they just like continue going with it, and it's such interesting world building, and there's so many character dynamics that it's just a merry gang of people that you want to root for. You want to give them all a hug. It's just,
Yeah, you end up liking
think
all
I
the
need to
people who work
rewatch
there. And it's also like one of the main story points that I quite liked is that apparently like there's a bunch of other retrieval services. It's just they're pretty much the only humane one. Every other retrieval service just goes in, takes the robot, doesn't care, just rips them out of their owner's hands. Ugh.
yeah, because that's the standard. The one that you get to follow in the show is the only one that does it by taking the people's or the customers' feelings into account.
Yeah, treating the Giftia like actual people rather than just like
Oh my God,
merchandise to be
people are
brought
just
back.
like, Fu-chan, you don't have an expiry date, right?
We'll find out, chat. We'll find out.
Hey.
No, yeah.
What? No, I lived for 200. I can live for another 200.
Okay, good.
Probably.
Zaya's doing good, don't worry. Zaya's got another 200. Zaya, you'll be able to see me in the future in about 300 years. Let's go.
Oh, can't wait.
I'll
you
probably
guys-
already be dust.
It's fine.
I'll go to your grave. We will both go to your graves.
Yeah, we'll find you guys'
ahead.
graves, leave you
Please,
some
please,
flowers.
please read please read like the funny Twitter threads if I were like gone first.
I thought you were just going to be like, please delete my hard drive and clear my internet search history.
Oh my God.
Do not let
It's
them
like-
find it.
It's like read your Twitter to your grandchildren or something.
Oh God.
Actually, like since like like it's the novelist brain itching, and since you're an archivist, Fulgur, I think you'll appreciate this. One thing that I see a lot with the very creative part of our fan base that do a lot of writing and whatnot
Hmm.
is like a bunch of what if scenarios. Since like Noctix are from the future and Luxium is from the past, it like they sort of incorporate time shenanigans
Yeah.
into those stories with members of Nijisanji that have very long lifespans or are immortal, and it leads to some really heartbreaking things. One thing that broke my heart was
Is this the Vox
One-
one?
no, yeah, that one too. That one is pretty bad. Like that one hurted. But there was also one with somebody just like wrote that I got swept back to like my own time, which at this point would terrify me.
Hmm.
But they wrote that I found like this one graveyard, and there was one grave with a bunch of forget-me-nots.
I know this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I found a very familiar spirit there, and there was this one line that just broke my heart because it was just, so, about those friends we have in the future, can
Oh.
you tell me about them again? And I'm like,
I
Oh,
want to
Bro.
read it. I want to read it.
Ike going back to the past and meeting Reimu before Reimu's met Ike. That's so devastating. I hate the time travel shenanigans. The one that I saw that broke me was fucking Vox, like surviving another 300 years. Just him wandering the earth when it's like all desolate in my timeline, remembering Luxium, and then just wandering along and finding me, and him just being like, brother, and me being like, come in. Do you read me? Like getting ready to fight him. Like, what the fuck are you? And him just smiling and getting ready to fight. Like, yes, finally there's someone I remember at least. And it was like, oh, that's so sad.
Doesn't matter if it's in combat, just as long as he remembers something. I'm gonna cry over here.
So
What the hell?
good. Oh man, that's so good. Did you guys ever watch Makia? Sorry, I've had this up on my thing for a while.
Makia?
Yes,
Oh, that
Mafia?
movie.
the movie. Yeah.
Mari Okada has too much power.
Mari, yeah, Nagi no Asukara. What else has she done? Everything she does,
You're
blows my
so
mind.
based.
Nagi no Asukara, actually brilliant with the time skip, with the drama.
The time. Oh my god, my heart.
I haven't finished it. Wait.
Don't worry about it. We'll stop right there. Wait, okay.
We're stopped right there.
Makia,
It's not a
sorry, go ahead.
not a massive spoiler.
Yeah. Nagi no Asukara, really good to make you cry. Makia is like the best thing I think personally Mari Okada has done so far, because it just sums up everything. It's so powerful. There's like immortality elements based into it, so it kind of reminds me of Frieren, the manga I've been reading recently, where an elf,
Frieren,
yeah,
yes!
the elf outliving all of her adventuring party, really sad. Makia has that kind of feeling. It's so powerful. You get so into all of the characters and just watch this poor immortal girl go through life with them. Oh man.
Makia, I watched Makia and I think I broke myself. Like for 2 weeks I can't stop thinking about it and cry every time I remember it.
Oh my god. No, that's you. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so weird because like I just this is gonna sound weird. I like feeling like crap after I
Same.
finish a story.
Same.
I mean, I know that you just watched Martyrs yesterday.
Okay, but not that. Okay, not always that kind of crap. That kind of crap is nice too. But one of those things where you're just like, I have heard it referred to as the Clanad void
Yes.
because of how everybody felt after finishing Clanad.
I
It's
feel
just
that. Like you just want something to make you feel something. To make you cry is good enough.
That is
Please.
true.
I don't know. My friend recommended Makia to me, so I watched it, and he's like, "Oh, it'll make you cry. It's super emotional." And I was like, "Bah, you know, I'm a big boy. This is nothing." And then by the time I got to like, I don't know, halfway through it, I was like, "Yeah," and it just kept getting worse. It kept like escalating even more. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, because it
It
isn't
was
even.
very powerful.
Yeah, it isn't even just the main character at a certain point. At a certain point, it's just like an entire cast of character who all just have terrible things happening to them at every turn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, it's kind of like what happened when my friend recommended Wolf Children to me.
Oh.
I didn't know what it was about, but she only said, Fiona, there's wolves in it. I know you like wolves. And I'm like,
Oh no,
ooh,
I haven't
wolves.
watched that too. But people
You
kept
should,
saying it's
yeah.
super good.
It's really
yeah,
good.
it's like,
it's Mamoru Hosoda, right?
Yeah.
I think yes, it is.
Amuro
It's
Hosoda
like,
does a lot of good films.
It has elements of fantasy in it, but most of the problems that the character go through are like just genuine, like real life down to earth problems as well.
Yeah, it's
So
just a single mother trying to raise her 2 children.
Yeah, it's just a single mother trying to raise her children, and I don't know why stories like that are like down to earth, but breaks me so easily just because of like
the relatability.
how relatable it is. You know, there's no titans, there's no like half demon, half angel people. There's just like there's just people trying to survive. You know, day to day thingy. It's like, oh my god.
I
Yeah.
really
are the
love
most moving
like
stories.
fantasy settings.
Honestly, yeah.
With a daily like relatable problems.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's even better.
Oh, that's good.
And they can like use the fantasy settings to explore more human aspects. Like I feel like a lot of people talked about that when it comes to like beast stars, that even though they're animal people,
Oh yeah.
They do like
They
some
can
of the most
relate
human
to their
things.
activities.
Yeah. And same for Odd Taxi.
Oh, Taxi is
Oh,
good.
taxi! Yes.
Odd Taxi's
yeah.
a
Talking
good
about
friend.
like Void, I think the most Void experience that I've done that I've experienced after like reading a manga is do you know Oyasumi Punpun?
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
just said that on chat, and I was just like,
Are we talking about manga too?
yeah, you can talk about manga too.
The thing with
Yeah.
Oyasumi Punpun, everybody recommends it to me. I still haven't gotten around to it.
It's one of your favorites, isn't it, Sonny? Or did I imagine that?
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite manga. Yeah, I really I don't know.
Is
I
it
really
as
the
bad as
story
people
really
say?
resonated with me.
Yeah,
It gets very dark. Yeah.
it's not for. I don't think it's for everyone.
Yeah, I don't
but
think it's for
No.
everyone,
but
but it hits
it's a
real
very, like-
hard.
It tends to be for like
Yeah.
depressed people, right? That have been in like that kind of.
Well, I don't know if it's for depressed people, but it is very depressing.
I feel like it
Wasn't it
resonates
off?
with depressed people who maybe had a bit of an awkward
Yeah.
teenager.
I think
I'm saying that as me who
Wow,
can't.
thanks for
I have not finished it yet because it hits me
Wow.
so hard. I've read
Wow.
several chapters and I've been like, this is too
Wow.
close to home.
Thanks, Sensei.
Mm.
You're welcome, children. I understand you completely, yes. Don't worry, Sensei understands.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah.
How do you do, fellow
Oyasumi,
children?
Oyasumi Punpun, it's maybe one of the only manga that I was reading and my heart was beating so hard at like certain scenes. Like I was just sitting in my room like reading it, and you know I wasn't doing anything. I was just lying down, and then my heart was just
Turn the page.
like like what's gonna happen next? I was actually
know.
so
I
deep
get it.
invested. I was glued to it. It was amazing.
I feel that.
Mm.
Oh man, I hope I could actually find to buy it because I'm trying to like make a manga collection now, and that's one of the ones on my list. If I can actually find it, be able to own that and actually be able to read it whenever I want to.
Like I went into it blind because everybody told me to like don't look up anything about it, just read it.
me too.
And when it
Me
happens, you'll know what we're talking about. And I'm just like, okay.
Mm.
So I just read, didn't expect anything, and then it's like there was one page turn. You know that like it's sort of like the manga version of a jump scare when you turn the
Yeah.
page and the next thing is just like a panel across both pages.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shinobadachi, Blood on the Tracks. If you've
I don't
read
think I've
it,
heard of that.
Oh my
Oh, no,
god.
that one.
Oh my
I
god.
haven't.
if you know, you know.
Oh my god.
You've unlocked like my locked memories.
Oh
I don't
my
think I want to read this. I'm looking at the
Oh,
images.
No,
and
no, no,
it's-
no, no, Fulgur, you don't understand. If
No,
I
no,
know,
no,
based on what I know about your taste, it's
Don't-
right up
don't-
your alley.
I'm just, yeah, I'm looking at the volume covers and it's like, oh, it's a baby. Oh, the baby's growing up. Why is it called Blood on the Tracks?
Oh, it's a baby.
Yeah, I can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah, I kind of need to read this now. Depression.
You don't have to
Let's go.
get very far to like get to that point where you're just like, oh god. But it's everything that like when that happens, it's shocking. But it's everything that happens after that that you. Just go for
Yeah.
it, please.
Fair
read
enough.
it.
Aw.
Sounds good.
Sorry guys, I gotta take off. But it was very nice talking with everyone.
No worries,
and
Sonny. Nice to have you here.
I think there's a few that is my first time talking with you, so it's nice to meet you. I didn't say it earlier, but it's nice to meet you. And I hope we can talk
Nice to
again.
meet you too.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Sonny.
Nice meeting you, Fulgur, and everyone else. Anyway, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Oh,
Did you guys
Uh,
ever watch Haito Genso no Grimgar? Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash?
I have, but I
Grimgar.
stopped midway
Familiar.
because I was so depressed.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Really, really good action scenes. Very memorable. It starts off as like an isekai where just a bunch of teenagers get sucked into a video game kind of world. Their whole thing is, even at the beginning, they're trying to take on level 1 monsters, just goblins, and they're getting their asses absolutely handed to them. It's great. But it becomes like, this comment here says Grimgar was the most realistic isekai. It really is. It deals with like the actual human feelings of suddenly being ripped into a world where yeah, you're ripped into a fantasy world where it's like, oh great, there's magic and you can learn skills and stuff, and there's monsters and there's no electricity and there's no comforts, and oh god, I'm dying on the inside. That kind of shit.
I looked it up on Google to see like what kind of show it is, what it looks like, and like it looks pretty, but one of the first images on Google Images is this.
Yeah, same.
You know
I was
what, I
about
could,
to ask.
yeah, I could just say immediately to everyone, it's the red-headed girl bent over. Yeah, everybody uses that as an image just to be like, you should watch this anime. Check out the booty.
What? How is that
Fantasy
convincing?
isekai.
If anything, that would make me like pass on it, because like, oh, this gonna be that, it's gonna be that kind of show. Huh?
It's convincing to a certain fan base. It's
but
that
they're
whole
not there
eye
for the
candy kind
plot.
of
They're
thing.
there for the plot.
Yeah, they're there for the big round plot.
Figure out the plot.
Yeah, the plot all in capitals.
I don't know if many watched it, but I really enjoy Review Starlight, if you guys know.
I never actually watched Review Starlight.
I know I haven't finished it though.
So it starts off like with the premise of it's being it's just like high school theatrical like focused schoolgirls doing like theatrical things. But after you finish like the last minutes of the first episode, it's not about that. It's really hard to explain on what's going on unless you like check it on your own.
Is that the one with the giraffe?
Yes, that's the one with the giraffe that was voiced by Seto Kaibaya.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I think that's
God.
convincing.
Yeah.
That convinces a lot of people
It's
to
like
watch it.
the giraffe is voiced by Kaiba. You know you want to watch it now. You need to know what the heck that means.
It was like, I don't know, it's very so many like symbolism and sort of, but the songs and the choreography, it's really good. And
It's a Bushi Road show.
Yes, it's a Bushi Road. It's from Bushi Road.
I never actually saw that one, but I heard amazing things about it.
I think you should try it. It's an experience that I can't really tell you what it is about.
Fair enough. Sounds
You
good.
talked a lot about like good shows. What are some of your guilty pleasures that you're just like a little bit like, I don't know if I want to tell people that I really like this.
Good. That's a good question, Ike.
I watched 3 seasons of High School DxD.
Me
Oh.
too. I got sucked in by the actual plot, and I don't mean plot with quotation mark, but like the actual plot kind of sucked me in. I was like, oh my god, boobs, but hey, the plot. Oh my god.
I forgot the title of the one I want to mention because it's like an actual ecchi show. I forgot the title, but it's about like going into pubs and nightclubs and stuffs at like an isekai, but like it's not isekai.
Is it the isekai where they okay, this is a dangerous one. Is it
Yeah.
something reviewers?
I know that one.
This one.
Reviewers? Fair enough.
I think I've heard about this. I've never seen it, but I heard that people were like shocked that like that was a television anime.
Yeah, that was like one of the earliest ones where it was like, I can't believe it's not hentai.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, I like how much they go into depths of each of the species.
Yeah, they get really into it. I've heard the manga does it
Yeah.
like even more. I've heard the manga like has like
Wait,
full on
was
fact
that a
pages
pun,
about them.
Fulgur?
Maybe.
I think my guilty pleasure anime, like there's some of it like I can group like it's very just like a silly anime back then. Just what's the title for it? It's most of them like it's like this, either like it's harem or it's romance anime. There's just like the fun ones, like if you know Kanojo ga Flag.
Yeah.
I don't actually know that one. Haganai, I know.
Oreshura.
Oresh.
Shura.
Haganai,
What's the
I
long
genuinely
version of the
like.
title?
I think that was a Dark Times. Yeah. Where I watched like all of those kinds of anime. So I'll just like take the whole era as like the guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that was like you super into like your Wii box, so you were just watching everything you could.
I know.
Haganai I genuinely liked though at the time. I don't think I'd be able to rewatch it. But I still quote the whole like, nandate kind of moment.
Oh?
Guilty pleasures.
I was really into prison school.
Let's go!
Oh, that's good. You don't
I
need to say it like that. That's a good. That's a
Are you a
It's
boobs
good.
or an
It's-
ass man?
Ass for the win!
Boobs are just fake asses. That's the correct answer.
It's just I have to be really careful of like watching it alone, which makes it even more suspicious. Because then all my friends is like, "What are you doing in the corner?" No, just don't come to me, okay? Stay there.
Wait.
Don't come to my corner, okay? This is my watching prison school corner, okay?
You
Just
just-
stay
You
there.
just whip it out
Just
on
like
your
quality
phone.
time,
Just
prison
watch Prison
time.
School.
Yeah, I did that.
Prison school at school.
Because like, oh, you like new episode comes out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this. Yona, what are you doing? What are you listening? No, no.
Don't worry
No.
about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Oh.
about it.
I think I can point out one of my like the guilty pleasure. Do you know the Akuma no Riddle?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kumano
It's-
Riddle.
It's the one with the like death game setups, assassins with all girls in.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think I have watched it. What is it? I haven't even ever heard of it. What?
What?
I really like the girl with the what is it? The thread. This one.
I didn't ever actually watch it. I just remember people talking about it. Yeah, it's 12 female assassins at a prestigious high school. They're there to kill someone.
that one.
Yeah, it's one of my guilty pleasures. I'm not even guilty about this one, but I know a lot of people think it's just pure trash. Kuzu no Honkai, Scum's Wish.
My
like it.
man!
No, I like it.
Hey.
Is that
Yeah.
trash? That's not
Is
My
that
man.
trash.
A lot of people, when you bring that one up, will just be like, "Oh, but it's trash, but it's like overblown drama, and
No.
everyone's fucking
I
each other," and it's like,
I
"No,
shake
it's
your hand.
interesting." Fair enough. I'm
I
glad.
shake your head.
Made me
I
feel
like
like
Kuzu no
crap.
Honka because it made me feel yeah, exactly, it made me feel like crap.
Yeah. Makes you feel bad, but at the same time entertained at least.
That's the title. You're supposed to feel like a scum.
Yeah, it's Scum's Wish.
Yeah.
At least it's not
One
Dominicano.
supposed trash fire I want to get into is Domestic Girlfriend.
I've heard.
Oh my
that's
God, I
good,
just
yeah.
mentioned
Oh, you did?
Watch that.
I literally just said
Yep.
as long as it's not Dominicano. It's
Yeah,
good.
I was about to say like I've heard so many different things about that, but I'm just like this seems like a ride that I want to like at least experience it once.
That's what I've heard. It just keeps getting more and more wild.
Like okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. One of my like I don't know even know if I would call this a guilty pleasure because like it's a show that it's incredibly trashy, but it's a comedy and it knows that it's trashy and it takes full advantage of it.
Oh, let's go.
Oh?
What is it?
Bokusatsu Tenshi Dokuro-chan.
I love that.
Yeah.
I forget how it came up. Me and somebody else from Nijisanji were just singing that on stream the other day.
The one with the Halo and Bob, right?
Bokusatsu Tenshi.
Yeah.
Dokuro-chan. It's so good. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's trashy but fun. It's definitely
Yeah.
good.
Same with this one is a little bit less no Emu or MM.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's about this guy. I think his name is Taro, and he becomes friends with what I think is like the president of some sort of club that solves problems. Who is a massive violent tsundere? That's of course voiced
Oh,
by
with the maid costume,
Wait,
isn't it?
is,
and with
is
I,
that
by Ayana Taketatsu. So,
Ah,
but
yeah.
and she tries to cure him of his hyper masochism, but
Oh.
because she beats the ever living hell out of him all the time, it just enables it, so it becomes like a vicious
Oh.
cycle.
wait,
And
is this the
it
one with the
is-
purple hair? I think one of the characters is purple haired.
Well, yeah,
No.
there is one, but like the main character is blonde, or like orange blonde.
Blonde with like a ribbon, right? or something.
Yes.
I never
Ah,
actually saw this one. Holy crap.
Yeah, somebody in chat mentioned that MMO never finished because the author of the light novel sadly passed away.
Oh, that's really
Oh,
sad.
no.
Very, very unfortunate. But the show itself is like, I don't know. I know that it's not high art, but I have a blast whenever I watch it. It is so funny.
That doesn't sound like too much trash, at least. It just sounds like it's kind of silly.
I mean, just watch it. It's not as bad as some other stuff. Like it's not Kiss X Sis bad or anything like that.
I was about to point that out. Chat keeps on bringing that up.
Chat is ready.
I lasted a grand total of 2 episodes of Kiss X Sis before I was just like, I am severely uncomfortable. No, I'm out.
Fair.
I have never seen it in my life.
I never tried it personally.
Keep it that way. Keep it
Yeah,
that
it's
way.
okay. Someone mentioned it. I think also the other anime that makes me feels like trash after finishing it is Welcome to NHK, if you know.
Oh,
I have.
Yeah.
Boy.
I have. That's the first Japanese light novel I ever bought. That's yeah, that hits hard.
That's the first time. I think that's the first time I even know people about like multi-level marketing, because like one of the friends just like they haven't met the main character for quite some times, and then it just they want to meet you and talks about their lives or such, and then just start to sell products.
Yeah. That one.
I think that felt too real for me back then because I haven't really
so hard.
I know with like also like the some of the more depressing arcs.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Now I gotta catch up.
Oh, it's really good. And it's pretty short as
It's
well.
actually really good. The manga ending is also good as well because the anime doesn't cover everything.
Yeah, it hits so freaking hard because it was written by an author who did literally become a hikikomori for a while. And so all the feelings that the main character experiences of realizing, oh, my parents aren't going to give me money forever. Oh, I need to get a job, but I'm terrified of people. I literally have agoraphobia. Like that shit all hits so hard, and him like continuously repressing and hiding in his own little cocoon, and then realizing he has to come out of it though. Oh, it's so real.
It also has some of the most pitch black comedy I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really
does.
It has one of the so like I know that dubs can be a divisive topic. I think that it has one of the funniest dubs I've ever seen. Because
the dubs is really good. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, like I think it's what's his name? It's Chris something that plays the main character, along with Greg Ayers as his annoying otaku neighbor. And there's this one part where he teaches him about the internet, and he's like, I didn't know computers could do this. And he just goes, that's because you're an effing idiot. And the delivery on it is so good. Hold on, I'll link the clip in chat. Like the first time I heard it, like there's not a lot of F-bombs in this, but when the F-bomb drops, it's so jarring.
Oh my god. And it sounds like he actually meant it when he said it. Like,
yeah.
He meant it. He meant it hard.
It's like they're not even acting anymore.
Yeah. That's just him talking to the other voice actor at that point.
Oh my god.
Definitely not a guilty pleasure, but one thing that I really love
that's not guilty.
comes out every now and then is Setokai Yakuin Domo, which is just nothing. It's nothing but sex jokes after sex jokes.
I know.
But it's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Like I'm usually not one much for those jokes.
It's funny.
I remember when the main guy shows up with like a little girl one time, and they just look at each other, and she just goes, "Minatsu keisatsu," and she just wakata and just calls the police right away.
It's really freaking funny, man. Like some of the characters start out as just like one type of joke, but they grow on you. They get so deep. And like by the time, like now it's just doing like an OVA every couple of months, and there was like a movie recently where they're trying to finish off the story, but there's like an actual romance building up to it as well. It's like really deep at this point.
Yeah, I remember that one with the where they're like it's winter and they try to like clean the snow, and then the MC just like wants to take a pee, and the teacher I think is like need some warmth, and then she told me, "Oh, we have something in common or something."
Yeah, that teacher was worrying.
Worrying, yeah.
To be fair, every character in that show except the main one is kind of worrying in their own ways. Oh god. Yo, did you guys ever see Plastic Nason? I can't believe somebody brought that up.
Oh yeah, Plastic
I'm
Nason.
not.
It's a very short one. Like it was a series of shorts. So the anime itself, it's 12 episodes, but they only add up to like 30 minutes altogether. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever watch.
Oh, now I'm interested.
I'm just gonna send this GIF because I'm sure this will make you want to watch it.
Oh, which one?
This is my favorite. Well, this one's good. I'll send you 2 GIFs. This one's great.
Oh, it's from that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
this show.
I know the GIF.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people like know some of the images but don't know the series at all.
Yes, I love this GIF.
Okay, so the first
I
one,
wanna watch it.
to everyone in chat, the first one I sent was obviously the girl slamming the other girl's face into the wall. It's just brilliant. But the second one is my favorite character and my favorite scene. The baseball player like bringing his hands together, exploding his clothes and just being in woman's underwear underneath. He's seeing somebody getting bullied and he encounters a bunch of bullies. He tells them to leave him alone and they're like, what are you gonna do? He does this, strips into girls' underwear, and then he like crouches down with his crotch out and starts walking towards them going, Yahoo! Yahoo!
Like what? But it's so brilliant. Like what do you say to that? You
run away.
You're just gonna run.
I will never know how to react on that. If I were like
Just
the bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my human instinct would just say run.
Yeah. You're just like, you know what? No, I ain't dealing with this. That's enough for me for one day. It's so good. It's so funny.
Oh, I don't know if this counts as guilty pleasure or not, but the whole Grisaya series.
Oh, I've never actually watched any of those or played the games.
Some part is kind of F up. But yeah, that's also there's one, and also the one with the magic school. What is it? No, not magic school, but Mahoka.
Oh, Mahoka.
Oh, irregular at the magic school.
Yeah, the Mahoka.
I never watched that.
I never watched
But
that
apparently,
either.
like the light
watched that
novels
either.
are like they take the magic concept in the system really seriously and uses like actual laws of physics that to justify how the magic works to the point where it almost feels like it could be real.
That's kind of
It
cool.
feels almost like science at some point.
Yeah.
See, I tend to like hard magic systems like that if they could explain them. Makes me interested.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
God.
know whether this can be considered as trashy, but I grew up watching anime with my brother, right? So I was fed on a lot of shonen mostly.
Mm.
Mhm.
And then growing up, I got into shoujo. And yeah, but for
Where is
some
this
reason,
going?
it's going to the territory of reverse harem.
Okay.
Ah.
Go on.
It's
Go
not trashy, but like I really like La Cordadoro.
Ah,
Primo Paso, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Man,
I
I
never
don't
watched
know
that one either.
Much harem.
Me either.
It's basically about this one girl who goes into a music academy, and obviously there's a lot of boys there, and boys, and then the boys play. Each of them plays a different instrument, and guess what? To make things easier, each of the boy has a different hair color too. So
Love color-coded harems.
I love
Always.
color-coded harems. So, even if you don't remember their name, you remember at least like, oh, the green-haired dude plays the trumpet.
Oh, the yellow one. Ah, the green one.
The yellow one,
right.
yeah. I love
I'm the yellow one. I'm yellow.
Yeah, and also like is it reverse harem? But I just remember it being kind of like a love triangle. It's a really old anime. It's Fushigi Yugi.
Oh, Fushigi Yugi was
God.
amazing.
Fushigi Yugi was good.
Yeah.
Fushigi Yugi is good. It's just very funny when my brother found out that I like watching shoujo. He's like, "You like watching girls making out with boys?" And I'm like, "I'm a girl. What do you mean?"
Oh no, poor Oni-chan. He was like, "No, you were supposed to be my little
You were
bro.
supposed-
What are you
were
doing?"
supposed to be my tomboy little sister.
Fushigi Yugi
You're
was
supposed
great.
to
though.
defeat them, not join them.
It was funny to me because when you were talking about like reverse harems and trashy, I was waiting for the like diabolic lovers or something. I was like, oh, here we go.
Were you waiting for me to say diabolic lovers or like amnesia or something?
Amnesia, yeah. So, like,
mean,
I don't know.
trashy
The
though?
anime didn't do it justice. The cage never came into it. I
The
mean,
cage never came. I was
Ah.
waiting for that.
Oh, I don't know because I joined like in the middle of the stream, right? But have you guys talked about clamp animes?
a couple of them,
Ooh,
yeah.
A little bit.
I like
well,
Holic.
well, oh,
Yo, let's
Holic's
go.
my favorite.
Triple X Holic was one of the ones when people asked like if we wanted like a reboot of something, what would we go for? Triple X Holic would be a good one for me.
Yeah, true.
Holic is my favorite.
Holic is the reason I learned how to do screamo.
Oh, let's
Oh
go.
my god.
I'm not even kidding.
Which part of Holic though?
It's in the first episode where Kimihiro Watanuki is running away from a spirit, and I tried copying him when he's panicking and he says "kso" really fast. He goes like "kso, kso, 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 kso," like so fast,
Oh.
and I tried mimicking that. And when I did that, I was like tensing up my throat, so I was like "kso, kso, kso, ah!" Wait, what was that? What was that?
Damn!
How did I do that? That kind of sound. Wait, what if I put my voice into that and I tried shouting into that fry noise, and then I did a scream and I was like, oh my god, I just learned how to scream. And that's thanks to Holic.
Thank you, Watanuki, I guess.
Yeah, thank you, Kimihiro Watanuki.
You gifted us Ike's wonderful screaming voice.
True.
Thank you, Clam.
Thank you very much, Jun Fukuyama.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Fukujin has such a good voice though. Like
It's so
so handsome.
versatile.
Yeah, he has
The fact that
really
he
good
range-
range.
The range of him.
the range.
The fact that he
and
can
the
go from
emotion.
Kimihiro Watanuki to Lelouch, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great, yeah. You can't always tell when he's in shows sometimes. A lot of the other characters there, like the voice actors, you hear them and you're like, you immediately know who that is. But yeah, Fukuyama
Yeah.
Jun.
Hmm.
He's also one
Awesome.
of my favorite visual novels.
Oh, which one?
He is Itabashi Wataru in the Capo 2.
Nice.
And it makes me made me so sad that he wasn't brought back for the anime.
That is
Right, it's
sad.
not him.
Yeah, it's not him in the anime.
Rez is
Oh,
just like,
Reza
what is this
Kuya.
about my boy Watanuki? Sorry,
Hello,
Reza.
Reza.
Like when we were
Hi.
talking about like, you were the chosen one. Why are you watching like people kissing? Like this is what they wanted you to be watching anime. They wanted you to get hype with like shows and be like this.
Yeah.
And what you actually turned out to be is just like me, this.
Yeah.
He went from the 4 lads on the couch to the now kiss.
Yes.
Now keep.
Now kiss.
Me
I love that
watching
image.
romance, yeah.
Yeah.
Kisses in anime
Please
are so
do it!
rare.
Do the deeds!
Kisses
like kissing
are
in
pretty
anime
rare.
is so they're so rare. But even when like it's confirmed that it happens, it's off screen sometimes. Like
I feel like, yeah, a lot of the shoujo anime and a lot of like the young romance anime, they feel like the confession and the kiss is supposed to be like the end of the series. And it's like, oh man, that's not
Oh,
how you end a
Toradora.
romance. Toradora?
Yeah.
Toradora was good.
The
Toradora
ones
was a
with
different level.
with the blankets.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
really cute.
Yeah, that's
Oh
pretty
no,
cute.
I never got to watch Toradora either. I like watched the first 2 episodes and I just can't get to it because I have a thing against the romance.
Aw.
oh no.
I want to like it, but I just can't. I'm too edgy.
You could just watch
What?
it for the comedy. The comedy's really good with Minorin.
Watch Makodadoro with me. They have different hair colors.
The red girls, the blue girls,
The
the
red
brown
guy,
girl,
the orange guy.
the glasses guy.
Sounds
the
like you're
Yankee
just
guy.
collecting Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's why I love
Something's
Gekkan
very-
Shoujo Nozaki Kun. At least it takes the piss
Yeah,
out of that kind of stuff.
Ah, yeah.
I'm glad. I think it must be like a secret requirement for when you're joining Nijisanji. You have to love Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki Kun.
Nozaki-kun.
Yeah.
I mean,
never
how
relate.
how could you not love it?
I have
Yeah,
never
and it's
related more to a couple of
impossible to hate
homies in
the
my
thing.
life.
So good, man. Oh, the way it just plays off of all the tropes. It says, yes, this is stupid. Let's take the piss out of it together.
My boy
You have-
Tomoda-kun.
You have no
No,
Zaki-kun that tries to
Tomoda-kun's
like,
the best.
hey, Tomoda-kun is.
It's the hero we need, man.
I know.
Love Tomoda.
Oh,
Oh my god. I mean, in one spectrum we have like Nozaki-kun that tries to like divert the expectation at least. And then we have shows like Maid-sama that fulfills every single shoujo expectation there is.
yeah, and still end up being
Yep.
good because they're just so good at it.
They'll end up very, very good.
Yeah, I still remember
good.
the fireworks scene in that as well. Gekon Shoujo took the piss out of it, but
Oh,
Maid-sama
yeah,
still
yeah.
did it good.
Mhm.
God.
I'm
Oh,
such a sucker for fireworks.
that one period of everyone talking about Usui.
Yeah, Usui was incredible looking. Would you say you're such a sucker for, Ayak?
Fireworks scene, like
Fireworks are good.
like the main love interest under fireworks during like a matsuri and just
Wearing the yukata. Mm.
yes, my boy.
Yeah. That shit hits.
Press your love, come on.
Come on, you know the setup.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Don't be a coward. Do it.
Do it, guys. The takoyaki's getting cold.
The yakisoba stands. The grease is everywhere. You need to confess.
The goldfish game. The guy will
goldfish-
always win the girl one prize, even though they're impossible to win. Let's go.
The candied apples. Everything.
Okay, I don't know if this is a spicy take. Candy apples, kind of mid.
Candy apples suck.
Yeah,
I
candy apples
haven't-
are.
I like seeing it, as like a picture. It's okay. Well, actually eating it, nah.
I haven't ever eaten it. What does it taste like?
Like
It's like-
apples.
It's like
One
sugar on
Crunchy
sugar.
caramel. It's crunchy
Yeah.
caramel that like you have to chew your way through, and on the underneath it, it's just an apple on a stick.
That's the thing. Like, the first bite of it, like around the outside, is way too sugary and way too sweet and too crunchy. And normally too big for your mouth because an apple's big enough as it is, but then making it like hard and bigger, phrasing, makes it harder to take a bite out of. But then, yeah, then you've got that whole entire apple pot, and it's like, then you're just eating an apple as well. And yeah, it's stupid. I think it's smarter. Like they have nowadays, like candied strawberries and things. At least that way, it's like
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
bite. They
small
can balance the
package.
sugar and stuff enough. Yeah, that makes
The
more
thing
sense.
is also with the apples, not all the apples are good for to be eaten like that, right? Some of them
Yeah.
are like mushy,
Yeah,
not like
Yeah,
really
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
crisp or
Mushy
something. So they,
apples?
yeah, it's like some types of apples that are too ripe sometimes doesn't really like have this nice consistency in your mouth.
yeah. There are like crunchy sweet ones, and then there are the more like soft ones.
I like
Yeah,
sour
the soft
apples.
brittle ones.
Like sour apple.
apple.
I don't think I've ever had a sour apple.
Oh,
So
really?
the green ones is sour, right?
Yeah, green ones are sour, but there used to be like an apple tree around a place I knew that had like really, really big, massive red apples that grew every summer, and they were sour as all hell, but I loved it.
What?
Oh, I like sour but fresh fruits. I think I prefer
Mm.
like sour but zingy and refreshing oranges than the sweet ones.
I tend to just not like sour things in general. Like, did you guys ever have those like warheads candies?
I
Wh-
want to try them
Warheads.
just because I want to hurt
Warheads
myself.
candy?
Yeah, they
How bad is it in terms of like comparing it to like Sour Patches?
It can actually
way
hurt
worse.
your tongue.
Way
physically.
Oh
worse.
god,
Yeah, it's bad.
warheads are
Really?
like dangerous. Well, not actually dangerous, but like they're disgusting to me. I don't like sour
It-
at the best of times. I put one in my mouth, I get like 3 seconds, and then I need to spit it out. It's ugh.
It
I've-
called
I've
Warhead for
seen-
some things, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people put like several warheads in their mouth as a challenge, and their tongue bleeds. I'm not
What the
joking.
hell?
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
It's so
It
sour.
could actually damage you. Yeah.
What the tastes, flavors can do that to your tongue?
Yeah.
If it's too extreme. It's like eating something too spicy, I guess.
Hmm.
I think
Oh.
spice can't like physically hurt you though, like the
Hmm.
warheads can. At least I don't think so.
Mhm.
I don't think so
That
either.
were
but I'm
chemical
sure-
weapons.
Yeah.
Basically.
Biochemical.
Oh,
It's not even bio anymore.
Just chemical.
I remember this clip of you guys know who Moist Critical is?
Yeah.
I remember when he ate something called Dr. Bernorium's Psycho Serum.
Oh
just
my
like-
god.
What?
on
What's
just like a
that? I
noodle,
don't
like
know.
two noodles, and he just like ate it, and he chewed it for like 30 seconds with a buddy of his, and his buddy is like really good with spice, and they just immediately hit the milk and just like start making noises of pain, and then he just
Oh,
looks up
God.
from this sink with like drool hanging down from his lip, looks into the camera, and he goes, "I think I'm having a heart attack."
Oh God,
Oh,
That's a very Charlie thing to do.
that sounds really rough.
Yeah,
I-
his friend just said that's up there with kidney stones.
Oh,
No. Oh, but do you know the trend where people like put, candies and treats like Warhammers into like drinks, where they try to make like big batches of cocktails for parties and everything?
no.
And they just like
What?
rip open bags and bags of Sour Patch or like Warhammers into the drink, and they're like, boom, now that's a party. And I'm like, I don't want to go to this party.
Yeah, that sounds like a stomach ache
don't-
party.
I don't want to go to this party.
I think freaking Pilk is terrifying enough for me. I don't want to ever go near any of that crap.
Now that you
It's
think of it, Pilk might be the tamest one.
Yeah, Pilk might be the tamest.
I can't.
What is pilk?
Pepsi
Oh.
mixed with milk.
Oh, Pepsi milk. Oh.
Yeah, some people like the taste of it. Everybody agrees it messes with your stomach, even if they like it. I'm never going near it. I'm never going near it.
Me and Petra are thinking about trying it just because Vox managed to get Sarome-san to try it, and she said that it was fine.
Oh,
Oh, Salome-sama.
I'm like
we
morbidly
don't have
curious.
any
I need to do it for science at this point.
Oh,
I
but
want to do
what
it too.
what about Fanta with milkman?
Fanta, and
Surely that
seems
would-
arguably worse.
yeah, surely that would curdle.
Sorry.
But it's so
Oh.
common here. It's so common
Because
here.
it's common.
Yeah, that's a common thing.
You
Really?
tell the full
Yeah.
essay about it.
Oh, I'll just type it down in case you guys want to
wait.
like
Oh
Google
wait,
it.
it has a name. Soda.
It
Yeah.
has a name.
Soda Gambira.
It's
Yeah.
called literally happiness soda here.
Yeah,
Who
it's
does
called
Green
Happiness
Zero?
literally means happiness soda. Gambira means happy.
That's so funny. Like,
How does
like
it
back
turn
at home-
pink?
Back at home,
Because
there
that's
used to be something called
Fanta.
Black Orange, where you just mix Coke and Fanta.
Hmm.
I don't know how
Oh.
common that is.
Oak and what?
Black orange.
Yeah, Black
The
Orange.
orange
because
Fanta,
you-
the orange Fanta, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
orange
okay.
Fanta.
Yeah, Black Orange. You mix orange Fanta with Coca-Cola.
Oh,
How does it
That's
taste?
actually,
I don't like it, but there are many who swear by it.
Ah,
I see.
interesting.
Oh, and Fulgur, as to why it's pink, I think the original recipe for the Fanta and milk is actually like rose or strawberry syrup, condensed milk, and then clear, like Fanta soda water that doesn't have any taste or anything. That's like the
Ooh.
old school recipe, but then maybe it got too much of a hassle to prepare all three of them, so now people just mix like
the strawberry Fanta.
So it's strawberry.
Oh.
You see, that actually
Strawberry
sounds
Fanta?
okay.
What?
Yeah, the main
Strawberry
Fanta
Fanta.
flavor we have in the West is actually orange. So that's why I think
That's
me and Ike were both like,
That's the
What?
funniest thing
"What?"
because here the main Fanta is the strawberry one.
Strawberry
Yes,
one,
strawberry
yeah.
Yeah, in which case, yeah, strawberry. That just sounds like fizzy strawberry milk. That sounds interesting. When you first said it, and I was imagining mixing like an orange soda with milk, it was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, strawberry, maybe.
Yeah, like, at least like I can give that the benefit of the doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Reza
My
just said he
favorite-
likes to mix Coke and coffee.
Coke and coffee.
I can see that.
That sounds,
Reza Vanuna.
How much caffeine do you want, good sir?
Reza.
yeah, that sounds like somebody who
Is it
doesn't
good, though?
have any chance of sleeping ever again. That's just so much
Oh yeah, he
caffeine.
doesn't.
I mean, it's Reza.
It's Reza, he doesn't, and he wonders why we worry.
Okay, but with that, I think
Busy.
that's enough of the anime talk for today, so I'm probably going to wrap it up now.
Oh yeah. We have not been talking about anime for the past like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, we went full Tatsu, it's fine. It's a good time anyway. Thank you guys for joining me.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for having
having
us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
No problem. Everybody have a wonderful day. And yeah, have a lovely evening. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. that was so much fun. I'm glad so many people joined in. Got some really good anime takes. I'm going to respond to just a few more questions, and then I'm going to end for today. I know last time I said I was going to do super chats and memberships today. I'm going to leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow we are playing Code of the Lamb at the normal time, 11 a.m. EDT. But I saw a lot of people like throwing out anime titles that I wanted to jump on. That yeah, we were just talking too much. Maybe that shouldn't have been immediately a talk to. Good to see you having fun. Yeah, we got to talk about so much. But yeah, if anybody wants to throw out any like anime you want to ask me about, if I've seen, if I've talked about, that'll be good. We'll just do this for like 10 minutes, then I'll disappear. I'll relax for a little bit, and then I'm going to head over to Alira's Lord of the Rings watch along, which should be fun. That's not an anime question. Will you record any voice packs? Yeah, there's a lot, don't worry. They come out when they come out. Oh, Witch Hat Atelier. That's a manga, right? Yeah, I've got that on my list. I'm actually going to the bookstore today, so I'm hoping to be able to grab that today, if they have any out. Recreators I did watch. That had amazing music and really good animation. I quite liked Recreators. I don't remember much after the first few episodes. I remember thinking the Maho Shoujo like fought really aggressively. It was really cool because of that. And yeah, the animation was really good. They shattered so many things in the city. It was great. There's too many. I said Shakugan no Shana earlier. I never actually watched that. That was big when I was like super into anime, but yeah, I never actually caught it personally. Didn't quite get there. Did you know Pet Girl of Sakuraso? I did watch that one. I don't remember much about it other than it feeling like a slice of life kind of one. Some of the characters were really deep. It was really interesting. And yeah, I remember the comedy aspects being interesting. There were like the two love stories going on at the same time. Yeah, I remember watching that one, but I don't have super fond memories of it. It's not one that I remember super closely. Magi. I watched a lot of Magi. I think I stopped around the end of like the second season. I think I watched a bit of the Sinbad spin-off though. I remember the Sinbad spin-off. I definitely tried that. I think that was coming towards like, yeah, the end of me actually watching things as well and just being like, yeah, I think I'm done with anime for now. Yo, Eden of the East. We mentioned this before because somebody asked me about the novel Eden of the East and I was like, is that what the anime is based off of? Higashi no Eden? Completely different thing as it turns out. But yeah, I watched Eden of the East. I saw somebody else mention Zankyo no Terror. Crap, how do you say that one in English? Let me look that up, because those both have a very similar feeling to me. Even though they probably shouldn't. But Eden of the East, it was like, he had the phone, he was able to like order a bunch of things and he was doing some deep shit. Zankyo no Terror. Terror and Resonance, thank you. That's what I was looking for. I really liked that one as well. I saw people mentioning that a lot of times and being like, have you seen this one? Yeah. The music was great. The storyline was pretty interesting. It didn't really overstay its welcome. It was nice and short. This could be many things. I'm guessing you mean Love, Chunibyo, and Delusions, like Chunibyo Demo Koinishita. I liked that series. I watched the first 2 seasons. I don't know if they ever did anything more than that. The second season didn't hit as hard for me as the first season. But I liked it when the first season came out a lot. Yo! Showa Genroku Rakugo. Yes. This is amazing. And that's why I was so surprised, because, I mean, I feel like that's very much one that people, like, slept on. Didn't really talk about too much, even though the storyline's really good. The music is so good. It was the first time I learned about what Rakugo was, and it seems like a really cool idea to me. Like, the dramatic storytelling told in very specific ways. But yeah, the music in that is really good. When I heard Millie sing the opening for it, I was like, holy crap. I haven't thought about this anime in forever. It's so underrated. It is. The drama of it, like the human aspects of it, are so good. We've already talked about March Comes In Like a Lion. Noragami definitely needs a season 3. Noragami is incredible. I love that series. The action parts of it are so good, and Yato is just so funny. Yato the Bimbogami. My favorite moment for it, I still use it as a reaction gif sometime, is just my man kicking open a bin, climbing into it, and closing it back over top of himself. He's just like, I'm going home now, where I belong. Yes, into the trash with me. Oh man, so fucking good. Full Metal Panic, incredible. Another one that I don't think about too often, but yeah. I actually... the first and the third seasons are good. They're dramatic. They're serious. I really like Fumofu. The comedy style of Fumofu was just so freaking good. I loved the mascot characters. I loved how much fun they had with everything. I feel like that setup with like the teenager who didn't really have a childhood, that doesn't act like a child, trying to survive as a high school student is just so perfect for comedy. And yeah, I wish they'd done more of that. Yeah, Full Metal Panic is so good. I'm seeing a lot of people react to that. That's good to see. Fumofu is hilarious. I'm glad. I thought people would attack me for that. Like, what do you mean Fumofu's better? How dare you? Oh, man. Violet Evergarden to cry to? Always. Always. Violet Evergarden is beautiful. I still listen to the soundtrack all the time. It's so much fun to just listen to. That really crushes your soul in a good way. Is Ren Kamehamehaing me in a reversed a Rainbow Super right now? Thank you, Ren. Moriari the Patriot, I haven't seen yet. Gargantia. Fuck, I haven't thought of that in forever. That was a mecha anime, right? But yeah. Crash landed on a planet. Yeah. Where they were like very simplistic in their technology. I haven't thought about that in forever. And now looking at this guy, I'm kind of like, yo, if I got a haircut. But I liked that one. I liked the storyline of that one. You had like the little tropical island kind of thing on the water. They were being attacked by people more advanced than them as well. That was really good. I saw someone mention Yono of the Dawn earlier as well. Yono of the Dawn was like one of my favorites. If that ever gets to season 2, I will be there. I loved that. Arca 13. Let's fucking go. That one was just the one season. I don't know. There was a movie, right? I don't know if they really needed the movie. It felt like the series ended everything. Or was that another thing, kind of like some of the other movies where it's just a recap rather than anything actually new? Either way, Arca 13, really good. I had a lot of fun with that one. Arakawa Under the Bridge. I have not thought about in forever. Let me Google this. Is this the one with the person with the star head? It is. Okay, yeah. I remember this one. This is freaking hilarious. The cast in that show was so wild. Oh my god, no one ever talks about this one anymore. But yeah, I remember watching this. You've got like the the very average dude coming down to this area where everybody else has some very interesting lives going on. The Kappa, the man with the star on his head. I had so much fun watching that back in the day. This is what I mean. I watched so many anime when I was in my like teenage years. I can't even remember them anymore. Did we talk about Bungo Stray Dogs? I guess not. Yeah, I enjoyed Bungo Stray Dogs as well. The flashback season was really good for me, especially. I forget their name, but like the 3 people who used to hang out together in the past. Man, that was great. Desire got interesting. I didn't like the first season as much as the flashback because I don't like the main character. The main character's a bit whiny for me. But yeah, when it comes to actually Dazai and like Dazai's friends in the past, those were always really good for me. The Dark Era, exactly. Rampo-san, exactly. Somebody said Rampo Kitan a long time ago too. I saw that and I was like, shit, I remember Rampo Kitan. It's like based off of some of the Edgar Rampo stories. A really weird version of it. I was really surprised about that. Fate/Zero. I think I've watched everything Fate. I watched Fate. No, I have not. I just realized. I was like, I think I've watched everything Fate because I watched Fate. I watched Fate Zero, and then I was like, oh yeah, no. Then there's like 1,000 other spin-offs. I was like, wait a minute. What are some of the other Fate spin-offs? But anyway, Fate Zero I quite like. Ryder was a beast in that. Alexander Iskander, and yeah, getting to see Gil be a bit more respectful to everyone else was pretty damn cool. Valvrave, we actually mentioned Valvrave earlier, but yeah, I watched that. That was interesting. I watched that. I enjoyed it while I watched it. That is all I'll say. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. I think I've like grown out of that. Fate Grand Carnival, yeah, I actually watched some of Fate Grand Carnival, which just proved to me how little I know about the entire expanded universe. Any recent anime recommendations? I've talked about it a few times today, but Odd Taxi, Spy X Family, Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. That's pretty much it. I do not watch very many recent things. Death Note. I mean, is there even... If you haven't seen Death Note, that's just a problem. You need to have seen Death Note. It's one of the greats for a reason. Psyche K. Holy shit. I still rewatch Psyche K all the time. Psyche K is another one of those ones. Comedy anime tend to be my favorite. Comedy anime, I can constantly go back and rewatch. Psyche K is one of those rare ones that actually managed to get 3 seasons. They need to give me a second season of... frick. The Pastimers Club. Asobi Asobase. But yeah, Psyche K is so good. The cast just keeps expanding. The jokes never quite get old. They keep expanding on the general idea of the psychic powers and how they can play with them and playing with different ideas of storytelling. So I love Psyche K. It's so good. We talked about Clannad. There's so many people just coming in, not realizing. 86, yes, sorry. I forgot that that is technically a recent anime. It doesn't feel like it anymore. It feels like it's been years since that came out. But yeah, 86 was really good as well. Seasons 1 and 2. Directed so beautifully. It was a shame the second season got quite delayed, but still pretty damn good. Akudama Drive? Yeah, I watched Akudama Drive. Of course I did, because it felt very Danganronpa to me. I loved the character designs. The storyline was interesting. It was very action-packed, I'll give it that. I had fun watching it the whole way through, but I didn't quite, like, keep my mind on everything. Any cyborg anime recommendations? Technolize, which isn't spelt how you would say it. Like this. Watch Technolize. Try to watch Technolize. It's not for everyone. Other cyborg things? Everyone likes Astro Boy. What's the one called? What's the girl who lives on like a garbage heap? She's an android that's been rebuilt. It doesn't matter. Cyborg. What? Dead Man Wonderland? I did watch Dead Man Wonderland. Ghost in the Shell? Yes. Especially, yeah. Standalone Complex, the anime series. One of the best anime series of all time. Yes, Maigwa. That should absolutely be watched. Ozeki no Reitetsu. Is that the angel one? Reitetsu. Oh, Hoseki's cool head in this. I remember this airing, but no, I didn't actually watch that one. Interesting. Battle Angel Alita. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of the cyborg on like a garbage dump thing. But yeah, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex absolutely holds up no matter what. Definitely worth watching. Almost 20 years old now, I think. But still one of the best cyberpunk anime there's ever been. And I'm looking forward to trying out the cyberpunk anime that's coming out this coming season. I think it starts in a few weeks, in fact. Gantz, I loved Gantz. Gantz is just all around good. The opening is incredible. I forget who I was talking to about these recently. I think, oh, it was Mousy. It was on Mousy's stream. I was like, yeah, I've watched Gantz. I've watched like the anime and the 3D movie. I never read the manga. So yeah, jumping from the end of the anime to the 3D movie where it's like way forward in time made very little sense to me. But it was a nice try. We did our best. Oh man, Tiger and Bunny I loved. I still haven't watched season 2 yet. I was supposed to watch that with somebody else, but they've been too busy. I loved season 1. The movie was really damn good. Kind of expanded a little bit on the general idea of like, Tiger losing his powers. Tetsuti Kaburagi, absolutely one of my most favorite characters. And yeah, looking forward to season 2. I've heard it's not as good as season 1, but I will give it a go for myself. Yeah, I just instantly see people in chat be like, don't watch season 2. We'll see. We'll see. I still want to give it a go by myself, but maybe I'll wait for the second half to be out as well. Maybe that'll save it. It's just like people told me not to watch the new Ghost in the Shell, SAC 2045. I still watched it. It had some good episodes. I liked the bank heist. Yeah, I tried. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still fun. There we go. Yeah, I'll give it a go myself. I'll probably wait for the second season to be fully out rather than just half of it. Psycho Pass, very pog. Yes. Psycho Pass was a lot of fun. Psycho Pass, that whole idea of being able to like know a person's mental stability is a really cool idea. I love that. The way they used that in season 1 was just amazing. Season 2 let it down a bit. I haven't seen season 3 yet. I did watch the movie. I don't remember enjoying the movie too much other than the fact that a boy came back. But yeah, season 1 was absolutely incredible. Season 2, there was a bit too much going on, it felt like. I don't know. Maybe. Code Geass? Yeah, I watched Code Geass. I liked Code Geass at the time. I saw somebody send me a super chat about this a while ago. I liked Code Geass. I never watched the movies. I never watched any of the extended universe stuff, but I really liked the anime when it first aired. I liked Lelouch, and I liked the other guy, Suzaku? So yeah, I liked both of them. I liked the way it ended. I didn't think it needed any sequels. I thought it was a good story by itself. And then, yeah, they continued things, and it's like, we'll see. Code Geass, my favorite too. You ever talked about Ergo Proxy? I haven't actually talked about Ergo Proxy. I kind of wanted to jump on it when Yona had said that's one of her favorites, because I really like Ergo Proxy as well. I am the proxy of death. I've actually, yeah, I sang the opening song one time on Twitter because I really liked the opening song for that. But the storyline in general was really good. It leans so heavily into like philosophy, the ideas of like death and life and humanity and survival. And yeah, really liked that whole like raison d'etre thing that they went on for quite a while on Ergo Proxy. That was a really deep, especially considering when I like watched that, I was like I think I was like teenage, but like young teenage. So yeah, I had to Google a lot of the things that came out of that and just be like, yo, this is the deepest thing I've ever read. Let's go. Oh man, never watched Code Geass. It's too chuny. Chuny is what I'm all about. That's the other one I wanted to jump on. Akatsuki no Yona. Did I talk about this? Yona of the Dawn needs a season 2, or I need to read the manga. Either way works. Akatsuki no Yona was incredible. I had so much fun watching that one. Oh man, they just barely introduced the yellow dragon at the end of the series, and then they were just done. It was so painful. It was so painful. How does that not get a season 2? How did that not do as well as some of the... They got so many seasons with what they did to Tokyo Ghoul. And yet we didn't get a season 2 of Yona. I'm 12 and this is so deep. That's exactly what I was at that moment, yeah. It's like, yeah, this is so deep. Perfect. Oh man. Flip Flappers, Sket Dance, y'all. These are both things that I've seen. Wait, Flip Flappers, was that the one that was kind of Alice in Wonderland? It was, man, I completely forgot about that one. Sket Dance, I definitely remember watching. Who said that? There we go. Flip Flappers. I forgot about that too. That was animated beautifully. I feel like that had a lot to say. It didn't necessarily get through it properly. They tried to tell something deep in the imagery of that one when it came to like puberty and shit, but I'm not sure if they got the whole way through it. I just remember like the first couple of episodes where they turned into bunnies at one point, and that's all I remember. I've heard nothing about Flip Flappers. I don't think many people would talk about it. Yeah. It's definitely just something I remember watching at the time. I'm not even sure if I finished it. I literally only remember the bunny episode more than anything. Alice in Borderland? Is that even an anime? I thought that was just a live action. I didn't even know if that was a manga. I remember the live action of Alice in Borderland. Yona's OVA was around 50 plus chapters ahead. Now see, that's painful. Because I remember watching the OVA and just, wow, they skipped that much to get to that storyline. Fine. That's fine. It is a manga? Okay. I guess I did say earlier we were talking about manga as well. Darker Than Black. I haven't thought about that in forever either. Darker Than Black I quite enjoyed when it first aired. The first season. I remember the second season being very confusing to me. And dropping it very, very quickly. But yeah. saw someone say Tech on Concrete, but I couldn't grab it in time. I remember that one. That's the two young brothers in the city, right? The movie. That was super fucking action-packed. So dark. Really, really energetic. Remember liking that one when I watched it, yeah. Wild seeing all these things be thrown out. That movie, I know, that was very emotional. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to end this now, because I'm seeing just a lot of things we already talked about with everybody else. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things come back out, like Ayane the Combat Battler, which I didn't expect to come out, but yeah, things we talked about before. And yeah, Anohana and stuff. Ataraku Mao-sama, I still haven't watched the second season. Was it any good? The first season was incredible. I loved it. I tried to rewatch it recently. I wasn't super into it though, so I'm not sure if I'd like the second season. It was nice to see something so old get a second season though. And final one, Hyoka. I enjoyed Hyoka. I didn't get super into it, but I remember like the Kininarimasu. Definitely not one of my favorite Kyoani shows, but still beautifully animated and some interesting moments. I just don't remember too much of it. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end this stream for the day. I will be doing supers and membership tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm going to start playing Cult of the Lamb, and we're hopefully going to finish it. And then we'll catch up on all the membership and the super chats from the last 2 days. Because right now I've got to go. I've got to walk my dog. And then hopefully I'm going to be there for the Lord of the Rings watch along, which starts at 2 p.m. Or in half an hour. We'll see if I can get to that or if I have to miss that, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. But thank you everyone for joining me. Let's see if I can send you on a raid. See if YouTube Sama will allow me to. Yeah, it was nice getting to just talk about anime today. Just ramble along about everything. Maybe I'll just send you guys, yeah, about half an hour before it starts, but maybe I'll send you to, that makes sense to me, to the Lord of the Rings films 1 and 2 extended edition watch along in 30 minutes. Okay, let's see if this works. Almost clicked the wrong button. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed talking about anime with all of us today. And it broke. What a perfect time for it to break down. What a beautiful Dawang. God damn it. Yeah, this was a fun convo for me. I'm sorry I didn't get to like grab everybody's comments while we were in the middle of things. We were just talking about so many things continuously. The raid is gonna work. Let's go. Okay, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Sorry this was a bit frantic. We'll do more streams like this in the future, more like general Zatsudans with maybe like a slight topic. Like maybe next time we'll do movies or books. Movies or books would probably be good. But I was glad we finally got to do anime. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Do not be led astray, my confidants. I will catch you next time, which will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. EDT for Cult of the Lamb. Hopefully the end of Cult of the Lamb. And yeah, my schedule will be out later today. I'm not sure how much later. I'm still working on it. There's still some moving parts I need to ask some people some questions about. So yeah, take it easy. Have a wonderful evening. And I will catch you guys next time.